Okay, I think it's almost ready to get started. So before I begin, just general stream updates. Added a new sound clip, kind of messed around with some configuration, so hopefully the stream experience becomes a little smoother, and also more options are available to the people that do end up watching during the stream time. So I figured before we get to what I think will end up being the cathedral scene, I'll probably go through the bonus dungeon to give people some time to kind of trickle in. And one other thing I just wanted to verify before we go any further is what was our last count? So we are at 161 tutorials, 27 Zestiria moments, and 8 Pretty Butterfly moments. So we are making a lot of progress through a lot of these. I'm going to say moments, a lot of moments within Zestiria itself. So I think at this point I'm going to switch over to the game. Check how that looks. And there we go. More seamless transitions. Hopefully we continue to do that throughout, but we'll see. So let's see. I always have to remember what button actually does what I need it to. Oh, it's L2. That L2 on the map, I'm telling you, my mind never thinks about the back trigger on a controller as a menu button. It will not do it. I might have to just reassign it, honestly speaking. It's such a strange choice to me because I'm like, I have buttons unused on the front part of the controller by default. I'm just playing with the default controls. So let's see, we can't go to the southwest. Eventually we'll go to the southeast here where Pendrago is. I don't think it's worth exploring anywhere else other than the ruins directly in front of us. So let's mosey on over here. Our basic goal is to get to the bottom floor and hopefully deal with any walls that happen to be blocking our way. So I'm going to start by apparently not going up here. This is not actually a path I could take. So I'm trying to remember. Yeah, see, I'm doing the change floor thing, but it's actually not showing me where this takes me. So let's go back through this staircase. Okay, I think this is the one that I wanted. I think. So again, we're going to try to keep combat to a minimum. We've already seen these enemies. We don't need to see them again. Actually, I don't remember if we fought this one formally by itself or not.
Yes, we should do this. An aged Trent. Like it sounds, it's quite old.
I'm getting old just listening to your explanation.
I'll probably bring it up more as the chat continues to build, but I really feel like they go out of their way to make Rose just a completely unlikable character.
So, how's Saray doing?
He's yet inexperienced.
I don't honestly remember her being this bad. Maybe I blocked it out of my mind before I went to replay this. Oh, there's a chest we can't open. That's a shame. I'm never coming back for it. Oh, we got a tail. Oh, I definitely want to show that off for the chat later. Let's see. We got a male armor, I think, just now. The jet black vest. It has a bonus for casting, which is honestly, I think, kind of worth it, because we lose very little damage from Mikleo, and him being able to kind of shield through certain things is really good. So Iron Stance just means he can, I believe it means he could take one hit and not be cancelled from his spells. So that is actually a pretty useful passive ability to have.
I just followed the recipe. Should be fine.
Hello, Chris. How's it going? Oh, well, since you have trickled in, and I know you would be interested. Let's see. Right now, I think every character is pretty complete, although obviously we can always rearrange items as needed. Oh, the tail costs 2. Oof, that's brutal. Trying to think of a good character that would show it off, because unfortunately a lot of these characters have customization on them. Now, see, this is the hard part of Tales of Zestiria. What items to get rid of to showcase? I guess I could remove her backpack, since I don't think we did any editing on this one. I also forgot that we had the white bunny ears, but we did get those in the forest a while ago. The thing I wanted to show off was the tail. That's the same one that's in Berseria. Give Edna the tail. That's fun. You know what I think we could do? Let's take a look at this. Can we make this black? Oh, ew, that just makes the whole thing black. Ew. I forgot. That I think also was a Berseria thing for some reason. I'll make the tail a little bigger. There we go. Yeah, I was actually gonna try to color it like black and white, so like her outfit is excuse me, her outfit's black, so I figured the black tail would look better with it, but it is what it is, chat. And here's another place we could go. I suppose we could go up from here. So as I was saying at the beginning of the stream, I did add a new sound command to the store. So that Lacrimosa of Dina, this one is special. I believe is just exclamation mark redeem space special. But the storefront and all the other descriptions have been updated. Because I have a feeling that might get some usage both in this game and Lacrimosa, and possibly future games. So we'll see how that goes. Well, that is a pile of rocks I cannot deal with as Edna. So I guess the good thing about the undead is they move really, really, really slow, so I don't have anything to really worry about with them. Not too bad, we're just cleaning up some items. Hey, a new sword. That could actually be an upgrade for us. Or not, it'll be just utter trash. Thank you, game. I don't know why I try to get my hopes up, chat. Zestiria item placement is just like really, really bizarre. I have like no incentive to use like half of the equipment in this game. It doesn't make any sense, chat. I feel like that's the third or fourth weapon I have absolutely no use for and will never touch. Makes no sense, chat. So I was thinking about
Sure hope this is edible.
why the game blocked us off from going back to the forest, and then I realized that if we go to the caves in the southeast in the section prior to this one, I believe that would have meant that we would have been able to go to the Boar's Ruin, but through like the exit of Boar's Ruin rather than the entrance. So I think they did that to stop us from sequence breaking. Seriously, there are so many times the game gates you off from backtracking, and it's weird because the game purposely makes you backtrack in order to progress, but you can only backtrack in a specific order. It's very silly, chat. Sorry, I'm trying to get a better idea of the map. So I think if I somehow go to the left, there's like another door there. I'm not 100% certain how to get to it. Strange, strange, strange. We'll have to check when we go down a floor how we get to that door. Or we could apparently teleport there. Interesting. Oh, I'm not dealing with this encounter.
Let's just get out alive!
Goodbye, enemy encounter. I have no interest in you. I'm not even gonna look. I don't think it's better than what we're...
Shall we begin?
Well, that just wasn't fair. I don't honestly know if I could have dodged that encounter. I feel like he just took up the whole corner of the hallway. Oh, we have a door I have to manually open. We haven't seen those in a while. So yeah, there's one chest I didn't open. But I think it was worth it to get the money now, if nothing else. Because again, we're avoiding almost every encounter except for boss encounters at this point. And again, getting things like the herbs will also help us in the long run. So unfortunately, we still don't have access to the gold key. I forget where in the plot we end up getting it. Honestly speaking, it's before the final elemental dungeon, I'm pretty sure, but I don't know if it's like 10 or like 15 hours from now or just like an hour. It's kind of the downside of the lock chests in this game. So we have Mirage. Recovery speed while defending. And again, like, none of these weapons are worth using over what we've purchased. It's just silly, chat. Am I missing something? Why is the sort order inversed what it normally is? Why is my weakest item at the top and my most powerful at the bottom? Am I like really misremembering this, or am I just so used to Zestiria's sort order that I just never thought about the order that this is presented? Because this doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it's putting all my good items at the bottom. Chat, that's really weird. Why would they do that? I'm like, I don't care about my weaker equipment. Wait, hold on, wait a minute, but I come in this menu and it's a different order? Chad, I'm not making this up. You just saw that, like, my amphibial sword was at the bottom of the list. That's getting an Zestiria moment. I have no idea what is going on with the sort order. Why would it be so inconsistent? Why would they do that, chat? Why would they have different sort orders for the different menus? I'm staring at it like thinking I misremembered something, and I'm like, no, it's the game. It's the game. It just inverses your sorting list. That's like really. that is a really poor design decision. So I guess the dungeon had a surprise after all. Hello, Starman. I'm telling you, this game does some very strange things. Oh man, I'm excited though, chat, because when we're done exploring the sub-dungeon, I think we will jumpstart the, what I like to call it, the cathedral scene / event. It is a series of cutscenes where it absolutely broke me the first time I played the game. I had no idea why our protagonists were doing what they were doing, and I honestly was questioning whether or not the main characters were supposed to be villains or not, because I was just that confused as to what their motives were. It made no sense, and it just becomes like impossibly ridiculous. And you'll see what I mean when we get further in. Oh, there's an enemy here I can't really beat. I think that's also the downside, is that the game did kind of ramp up the difficulty compared to Xillia and Graces, because I feel like neither of those games was particularly too hard. Maybe Graces was a little harder than Xillia, and I think Abyss was kind of somewhere in between in terms of difficulty, but I feel like most of these enemies are just like way overtuned. I don't know. To me, I feel like the game difficulty is all over the place in this game. I'm thinking about if it's worth... I think it's worth just teleporting out. We'll pay the money, chat. If it lets us go there. Because as I said before, I'm pretty sure at some point we will be prevented from going inside the town without getting into a boss battle. Let's see if that time happens to be now. So chat, unfortunately we cannot fast travel there because I believe the game is going to make us fight a boss. which I don't appreciate the disabling of fast travel in that scenario. So whatever, we'll just walk out of the dungeon. I could build fusion points as we go. It's not a big deal. The other thing I think I could do while we're wandering around, and since we're just repeating some areas, is if I go to Edna, I could put her back on snack prep. So we're just gonna leave this dungeon, and I'm just gonna double check the map on the different floors just to verify. I don't think I missed anything, but it's good to double check. Oh, chat. So the words I'm looking for the beginning of a series of ludicrous events is if we go into town and they use the word investigation, we are in the cathedral scene. It takes place over a few different cutscenes, and I believe it's a nighttime investigation. So if any of those things start to happen, I'm gonna get really excited, chat, because just because it was mind-blowing, honestly. Like, you could predict what you think will happen in the cathedral scene, and I guarantee you it will be so much worse, but like, it's such an entertainingly terrible way. Like, I don't think it's hard to put together what you think the worst thing the protagonist could do the scenario would be, but I'm telling you, it just gets so outrageous. It's phenomenal, really. So unfortunately, I think to gain access to the city, we have to fight a character that we've actually already encountered previously. And I think my issue with said character that is about to appear is that, unfortunately, I think the game designers really like the character, and I unfortunately am not one of the people that likes the character, so every time this certain character appears, I get upset.
Let's just get out alive.
Okay, so I don't think I missed anything on this.
Don't get careless.
I was adjusting my glasses. I don't think I missed anything on this portion of the floor, so I'm gonna backtrack. So unfortunately, I can't just go from this door outwards. That's kind of unfortunate.
Here, McLeo. I made this for you.
See, I kind of like Edna taunting McLeo whenever she does something bad. Oh man. So we'll see as we go through. I will not talk about the plot as in general. I will hope to not spoil anything. Man, this is just like a series of doors we have to go through. Kind of unfortunate. I don't think I missed anything, but since I'm already here, I might as well go back out the entrance. I was thinking if it was worth going back to the previous save point and just teleporting to the save point outside of this one. Oh, Rose, it involves you. It probably sucks. I feel like you haven't been an interesting character since you took off the mask. I'm so sorry, Rose. So I would like to make an amendment to my statement I think I made in the previous stream. I think I said Lila was my most disliked character, but I think I'm going to replace that with Rose. Like, Lila I find could be rather annoying at times, but I feel like she actually... I was having a conversation, I think, with Chris about this. And I think we both agree that sometimes she actually does help the party and do something useful. And at this point, Rose has done absolutely nothing useful at all in the plot. It's just really phenomenal. Or at least everything that's implied to have been useful was actually Dezel. It's kind of sad. They just won't let her be an interesting character. So anyway, now that I'm sure that we got everything in there except for the super chest, we're going to attempt to go to Pendrago. Oh, I missed the chest up there, apparently. I guess I'll do a short detour for it. There's only one other character who's in contention with the most disliked character for me when I play through this game, but that character hasn't been recruited yet. Oh, wait, it's open. I thought it was closed. That's a shame. I wouldn't have gone up here. So anyway, we're going to do our best to just get to the capital at this point. And fortunately, we seem to have picked up enough movement orbs that we are not constantly bombarded with battles against Hawks. So we're moving exactly their movement speed. Okay, I can go through this way. I wasn't sure. So again, we're just building up more snack items. So if we want to make the end dungeon a little easier, we could basically burn all of our food items on grade so we don't have to grind it out. So basically every time they start cooking at this point, it's like giving us between 5 and 9 grade. So that's one less battle I have to do if I just want to make life easier for me. Hey Kirk, how's it going? You actually came back at a pretty good time because I think we're about to get into a boss battle. We just completed the bonus dungeon. The game will not let us teleport into the gates. So it's raining, the clouds are overhead. We have a dark atmosphere, the sad music plays. And we'll see what happens when I try to approach these gates. Because as we saw before, it wouldn't let us cutscene directly into the town. So whenever it gets grayed out like that, that's just an indicator in the Tales game that there is some cutscene you have to view before you can reach the destination. Oh, okay, well we didn't get into a boss fight it seems. But we still do have a cutscene blocking us.
Shepard, there you are. The Church has asked the Emperor to have the Platinum Knights subdued and disbanded. They have been accused of instating a false shepherd and plotting a rebellion.
That was quick. Do you think they already got word of events in Gadadin?
This is because I got involved.
Yes, it
For no
is.
sake. They're just making up excuses to do what they want.
Go see the captain in the Knights Tower if you want to know more.
Cardinal Fortin. We can't underestimate her for a second.
Well, I'm ready on my end. Bring it on, Church Lady.
Bring it on, Church Lady. So let's do a quick cutscene check, because we're going to have some trouble coming back into this capital. So let's do with the cheat meal first, just to make sure there's not a cutscene waiting for us. Okay. Oh, Zestiria, you eat so much money from us because you put food in inns, and we have to pay in order to sleep varying amounts. So we'll try to do Drago Stew. Getting a 50% health heal on a boss battle sounds good.
Hey Edna, Lila, check this out. Ta-da!
Is this a picture or some kind of poster?
Looks more like some kind of ad.
A breath of fresh air into the fashion of the Seraphim. The latest trend from Sparrow Feather brand launches right now?
What is this supposed to be?
It's a new business targeting the Seraphim. You guys don't need food, but you need clothes, right? It's an untouched market, the perfect opportunity for a monopoly. This is it!
I don't think the Seraphim are exactly hurting for new clothes.
I like what I'm wearing already, too.
Well, of course you do. You're totally behind the times.
Behind the times?
No one asked what you think.
That attitude is no good. Girls need to dress fashionably or you'll get left behind. It doesn't matter if you're Seraphim or human. No!
Then what kind of clothes do you have for us?
That's where you guys come in. I don't know what's all the rage among Seraphim these days. Huh? Aren't you too excited?
I think you broke her. You okay, Lila?
Behind the times.
Too late. Great, Rose. Now look what you did.
Huh? Me?
That was kind of a cute cutscene. Again, my favorite part of the cutscene was still not Rose. I like Lila having the breakdown over that, though. I'd say the true heart of the church's fate lies with Maltalis. Is that a different typing, or am I remembering a name wrong from this? Oh, well, I won't get into spoilers, chat, but this has to deal with the end of Zestiria, and I'll leave it at that. Anybody that's played through Zestiria knows what I'm talking about. So I guess that's the first time they name drop that name. Weirdly, I don't think it comes up in this game until also the very end of this game. Or at least very close to the end. They keep asking me to buy maps. It's fine. We've seen those conversations before. For some reason I thought it was Malteus. I guess I just misremembered the spelling of it. But we'll learn more of the importance of that particular lord as we go through this game. Although people that have already seen through the Zestiria playthrough are well aware of what that lord can do. We're just doing a quick detour through here. I'm just seeing if there's anything like herb-wise I might have missed. Because I'm pretty sure we got the tutorial for this one, but I don't see anything else up here. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything is regenerated, so we're just gonna go ahead and just progress with the plot. So it seems the Silver Knights are being disbanded for siding with us, so that's not a great thing. So what do you think the party's gonna do, chat? How do you think we're gonna resolve this issue? Uh-oh, is the world falling to pieces? We just keep making everything worse, chat. It's terrible. It's almost like we're bad at our job. Resolving the issue, violence, of course. I mean, you're not wrong. We don't seem to have any skill in diplomacy whatsoever. Yeah, charisma was definitely our dump stat with these characters.
Sorey, thank goodness you're safe.
Is it true the Cardinal has ordered the suppression of the Knights?
It is. I suspect this letter we received was the last straw.
I, Boris Strelka, have witnessed Cardinal Fortin engaging in an unspeakable ritual. Using vile magic in the Holy Shrine, the Cardinal is unleashing incessant rains upon Pendrago.
The Cardinal is the one making it rain?
You can't be serious!
Considering the power of her domain, it isn't all that far-fetched.
There are Seraphim out there who've moved the continent.
Moved the whole continent?
Saray, let's continue reading.
Cardinal Fortin is the evil behind the ongoing curse of the Empire and its people. Regrettably, I have already fallen prey to the curse of the Cardinal. I entrust the rest to my brother Sergei and my comrades.
If it's come to this, then we have no choice but to fight against the Cardinal. Sorey, where's the Pope?
There's something I need to tell everyone about that, but you might not like it.
I see. So he's not coming back.
I'm sorry for deciding without you.
The Pope isn't coming back? But now what? He was our shield.
We've been betrayed! It is we, the Knights, who shield the Empire and its people! It is we who shoved our duties onto the Pope! It is we who are to blame for the consequences! Some things we must do ourselves, rather than depend on others. I swear on my lion's sword!
On my lion's sword!
Wait! No ordinary humans can hope to take on the Cardinal.
You've done more than enough. I do not wish for you to bear the same painful burden that the Pope had to.
You know, Saray, even if it is for the people, this is still a political battle.
So what if it is?
Well then, how about this? We'll investigate the Cardinal's possible involvement regarding the rain.
Oh, here we go,
In
chat!
the meantime, Sergei and the others can try to convince the Emperor to believe the Knights.
So, ultimately Sorey means to fight the Cardinal after all?
Our goal is just to clear up this mystery.
Our goal is
Don't you
just to
wanna know?
clear up this mystery.
Yes.
I want you to remember those words,
I'd like
chat.
to find out if there truly is something causing the rain.
I must apologize. It seems all I can do is put you in danger.
I'm more worried about you. If the Emperor sides with the Cardinal or takes a hands-off approach, either way, you guys are screwed.
If we can convince the Emperor, we should be able to capture the Cardinal.
We'll get him to see the truth, for the people and our comrades.
So just remember, chat, our goal is to get the Emperor on our side, and at most we're gonna capture the Cardinal, but we're only looking to investigate. I want you to remember that, because I think the game forgets.
Wasn't he?
He was investigating the Cardinal, and he put his life on the line for it.
Sergei seemed pretty calm about the whole thing.
So I like how she's like, Boris is Sergei's brother, but then like in the letter that was just read, like it was stated, and that was also the last cutscene too. So I'm not sure why she forgot. Not really sure what's going on with that. So it wants us to look for the Cardinal, so I guess we'll try the church. Yeah, we're gonna clear up the mystery, chat. Oh boy. So let's continue up these stairs. So it doesn't really...
Do we really have to risk our necks out there for something like this?
I think we do. I don't know about you, though.
Okay, so we're just going in the church to investigate. Let's see how that goes, chat. So first we have to find the Cardinal.
No guards? This has got to be a trap.
Things are gonna get crazy from here on out.
You said it.
Okay, so we're gonna take the back doors. Oh, and immediately get cutscened.
Now!
You got it! Yes!
But even so,
This is some malevolence.
Do you think that it could be Maltellus who's possessing the Cardinal?
What did the cat in the bird mask say? Me, owl.
felt like the domain had been restored for a second.
Are terrible jokes also part of your oath?
I was really proud of that one.
I'm thinking it's not Maltellus.
Why?
Are you seriously
Exio was a
laughing?
servant of
Didn't know
Musef,
you liked
one of the
puns.
5 lords like Maltellus.
I don't.
This
Why did
domain
the
is
cat
rather
take
strong,
off the bird
but
mask?
not leaps and bounds
looked too
different from
cute.
Exio's.
I knew it.
When did you start making logical arguments?
So one thing that's kind of unfortunate is that they are both talking at once. So when you try to listen to this, it's very hard to get both conversations, just due to the fact that they don't put subtitles for both. Because I could listen to one and read another one, but it's also kind of hard to distinguish it when the louder of the two is the one with the subtitles. They like putting little comedy skits in, I think is why they do that, so the quieter conversation is just jokes. But I guess they didn't feel like subtitling them. Ooh, the door
There's
opened.
something back there.
It's a trap. Totally a trap. But
A hidden door? Seriously, how cool is that?
I hate myself for saying it, but so cool.
Okay, so let's take a look at the secret inscriptions.
The village chief knew the whole thing by heart, didn't he? Impressive.
The shepherd is granted 4 powers: earth, water, fire, and wind. They are the blade that shall cleave the Lord of Calamity.
That's just what the village chief was saying. You memorized it?
More or less.
He's actually pretty decent at that sort of thing.
I'm sorry, Saray. You're more capable than I thought.
What did you take me for?
But what exactly are the spiritual powers of the shepherd?
All of nature is composed of 4 elements: earth, water, fire, and wind. Each one is governed by one of the 4 eldest seraphim.
Right. Eumacia, Amanak, Musef, and Hyanua.
Correct. They maintain the balance of the entire continent of Glenwood.
When you put it that way, they sound almost like gods. Though they lack a certain divine presence.
We feel much the same, actually. They're ostensibly the source of our seraphic arts, but we're basically never aware of them.
That's the nature of the Five Lords' existence. The Shepherd's spiritual powers are most likely the result of a fortification of elemental affinity through the blessings of the Five Lords.
And all to battle against the Lord of Calamity.
Kind of a shame that such wondrous power has to be squandered on fighting.
So one thing I want to bring to the attention of those of you that haven't played through Zestiria, so they keep bringing up the concept of the 4 elemental lords, right? And they just named each of them in one cutscene. But you might have noticed that there's 5 lords, so they skipped telling what the power of the 5th lord is. I just want to draw attention to that for people that might not have picked up on that small detail. They like to hold on to what that lord does for quite some time in this game, for whatever reason. So it seems like we have a few different branching paths to go through, and that's fine. Let's take a look at this. It says, the young shepherd tells Lila they must part and head alone towards a certain shrine. I don't know if this game actually had a time issue, to be honest.
Man. He was a former shepherd, wasn't he?
Yes.
I see. He seemed like a pretty laid-back fellow.
Unlike certain other shepherds.
Shut up.
Well, there's one more thing we learned.
Yeah, let's go on to the next one.
Huh?
Wait, you're not gonna ask her for more details? Wouldn't it be crazy useful to get info on your predecessor?
There's a reason why Lila never mentioned it, don't you think?
We know that much at least.
Saray, Mikleo.
But that reason just might be the key to all our problems. You better hope you don't regret it later.
They may be kids, but they're not as immature as you'd think.
Yeah, I just want to let you guys know. I mean, this game was in development for, or at least production for at least 3 years, and according to a news article, I'm just doing a quick look up on this, roughly 200 staff worked on the game, double the number of the previous main game, which would have been Zestiria 2 at the time. Oh, I don't have to open it that way. So we have a lot of doors, we can't really do anything with it, but we did pick up a new small item, which presumably would match the colors. So goodbye, stone tablet. Alright, so we're gonna fight each of these enemies once, and we're gonna try as much as possible to reduce encounters. Well, I have the tutorial finder off, but it's fine. We can find it on our own. It's telling us about the 3 types of arts again for some reason. Magic attacks are based off your magic attack and enemy magic defense. Like, yeah, we kind of do that. We kind of know that. I mean, I guess the only thing interesting in this entire list is higher seraphic arts can attack enemies even when they're down. Other than that, we already know that from the other tutorials. Chat, there are so many tutorials in this game. This is completely ludicrous. Alright, I'm just making sure there's no, like, false exit or whatever. Or false wall or something. So let's see, we have different doors we could take, but they're each going to be sealed. So I forget the gimmick of this dungeon. Do I have to... Okay, so now that I have one stone tablet, I can open all red doors. So if I go back to this one, what door is here? So this is blue, we don't have the tablet for that. Okay, nothing of interest over there. You know what, we'll fight one of these.
Ready for this?
May your knowledge...
And here I thought devils only existed in books.
For real? Anything goes at this point.
Be sure to watch out for its spear.
How's this?
Air pressure!
Be gone! Earth Dragon!
I mean, if it's just gonna cast a really slow spell, I'm just gonna punish it.
Blade! No escape!
These things have a lot of health. I don't know if it's just because I'm underleveled. Yeah, they're 26. I mean, I'm not terribly underleveled, but still. Oh well. It is what it is, I suppose, chat.
How's this?
I just subbed Edna out briefly because she was starting to get injured, so it's just better to let them passively recover health.
Well, that's a wrap.
So we can't go out that way because we need the Windstone. Let's see where this takes us. So we still have to fight the Knight at some point, but I'm not in a rush because I think we'll get a few opportunities. Or I'll get stuck on Rose. Thanks, Rose.
Pretty sure I've mentioned that Hellions can possess objects.
Does it mean that it can master its owner's sword skills?
You're a sharp one. Avoid close combat if you can.
Oops.
Ready? Ready?
Not who I was looking to control, but I'll take this. We'll play as Dezel briefly.
Not bad, not bad. Looks like we win.
Oh, Rose, actively stopping us from going back to where we were before. What a character, chat. Do you have any comments about what we're doing, Rose? I didn't burn all my toenails off for no reason? What? Oh, Rose. I have so many questions. So chat, we have to get through this dungeon, then we're gonna earn the right to the cathedral scene. We have the prelude to it, where we know we're supposed to just be investigating. And the knights are gonna try to get the favor of the Emperor. So nothing of interest down there, so I'm not gonna take the turn there. There's a couple of rooms up ahead, which I guess we could go through here and see where this brings us. Oh boy, this is a bigger dungeon than I recall. Again, this cathedral had... I don't know what this is supposed to be in the cathedral itself, chat. Like, this is just ludicrous. Like, what is the purpose of all these winding hallways, normally? Like, outside of it being a dungeon, like, what is the purpose of this?
You ready, Saray?
It looks like some sort of priest to me.
And I have a feeling it's pretty good with arts from the way it looks.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
Don't judge a book by its cover. So she's saying that they don't cast spells? Rose, what does that mean in context to the rest of that conversation?
Well armed, but be careful.
I showed them.
So unfortunately, we had max meter, but we had to use some of it for healing. So we got our health back, but we're gonna have to rebuild our meter. Oh hey, a werewolf. I mean, I don't think they give a name to this place, right, chat? Like, we're just in... We're still in the Shrine Church with its really obtuse hallways. So I guess the cathedral is just like this little itty-bitty front, and then there's like this just massive warehouse connected to it for no reason. So anyway, we're gonna do our best to find the other stone tablets so we can make progress. I'm just trying to see where there are giant rooms we might be able to do. So I'm gonna try making a right here first to see if we could get another stone. So we've already fought all of these enemies, so we can't make any progress here. Unfortunately, this requires an element we don't have. So if we want to get all the items, we're going to have to backtrack quite a lot in order to open that door. Where else could we potentially get something? So I want to double check this hallway just to make sure I didn't miss something. Oh, see, there's a save point here, so let's come over here.
Hey, can I mention something? This is something I realized when we met the Pope, but I believe it was Cardinal Fortin who preceded the motion for war. That chief we met? I can't see him making the decision to declare war like that.
So, does that mean you're going to...
You want to purify the Cardinal, don't you?
I do. She may have become a Hellion, but I still believe that her sense of responsibility is sincere.
If you purify her, I'm sure she can be saved.
I think so too.
All right then, let's give it a shot. I've got your back on this one.
Rose,
You don't need to say anything. It's just how things shook out.
Okay, so I guess potentially we're changing our minds. We're gonna try to purify her. So this is going a little bit beyond investigation, chat. So this ultimately looks like the door we might have to come back to. So we have to get through this mess of a maze. So we went to the right here. It needed an earth door. We still have yet to find another stone, which is a bit concerning. Alright, so now we're entering a room very similar to the first one we went into. So now we got something for an earth crest, so now we could backtrack in this area and see if we could get anything from the previous room. And if not, we know we don't have to make this detour anymore. Again, this game loves making you backtrack, chat. if you don't go exactly the way it wants it to go, it doesn't work. Let's just escape. Actually, these things are dying pretty quick. Maybe next time we'll fight the werewolves. They seem to not have a lot of health compared to the devils. The devils took forever to kill, comparatively. Hanging hair, right. Okay, so we got another accessory, but we're running out of slots for people. It's kind of disappointing. So I could give it there if I really want to. I don't think it looks that good on her, but I can, guess, showcase it a little more by walking close. So I think for now, for personal preference, I will not leave it like that. I think I'll just clear it for now. Okay, so we're building up a decent number of healing items. Not that I think I'll need it on this upcoming boss battle. Ugh. Chat, that's so annoying. Okay, so we need yet another stone in order to go back here. So we're gonna have to backtrack to that point potentially a third time. I'm shaking my head, chat. The dungeon design in this game is like all over the place. I feel like their best dungeon was definitely the Fire Temple, and it peaked. Like, we've already gotten past that point. So that's kind of unfortunate. Because I think that dungeon actually made some logical sense, and it had the least amount of backtracking out of all the dungeons. Because I feel like the big issue with the dungeons in this game is that they are like 80% narrow hallways, and they are just really annoying because they're just gated by doors like that you can't open, and then you have to come back to them over and over and over again. So like there's no way you as the player will memorize every single element on all of these doors in order to make progress. So like chat, like what is the purpose of this hallway? Why does this hallway exist? We're never gonna walk down that hallway. Alright, so we have a big room to the right. I just want to see what's over here. Time waster? Time waster. Okay. Like seriously, from a design standpoint, why build this hallway that doesn't lead anywhere? It doesn't even have a room connected to it. Like, what is the purpose, chat? Were they just really bored while building? Like, what happened? Oh, we got the water seal, perhaps. Okay, that's a good sign. So now we just need the wind seal. Let's see where this takes us. So we had two doors we could have used to backtrack. And notice I say the word backtrack again, because we've technically been most of these places already. So there's another useless hallway. I'm not going down it. So if I'd gone out the other one, I would have been stuck. Because I wouldn't have been able to make a right there. Well, there's a small room off to the right. Let's go there, and hopefully we get the wind orb. Now that we have all the seals, maybe we can make progress here. Ooh, I'm gonna bait the devil. Please don't be the wind. Darn it, it's the wind door. Okay, so let's go this way. Seriously, chat, why do they do this? I can't even take this exit because it's the wind seal. That's the only wind I remember. Unfortunately, the werewolf is kind of a hard to avoid encounter. Maybe the door I'm looking for is up there. I have to remember which room we haven't gone into.
Focus, guys!
Think you're tough?
No, we don't have to fight, chat. It's fine. It's fine. When they're powered up like that, not worth our time. We'll just consume a healing item. Speaking of which, we could just consume black stuff. It's fine. That's worth, like, no grade anyway. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'm gonna guess this is the only way we should be able to go. And hopefully with the wind orb, we'll backtrack to...
You ready, Saray?
We'll backtrack to one of the other places we haven't been.
Dragon Bang! It's over! Not yet! My chance!
Okay, at least the werewolf's stun really easily.
Blade Bang!
Gonna grovel and apologize, huh? Be my guest.
I do like Edna's umbrella designs, so I'm glad we see that one, because I like the outs. I'm not a fan of the inside of that umbrella, but I like the outside of the other one. Okay, so what's in here? Oh, just these. Well, I mean, we had to come back here eventually, so we keep taking cake from dungeons, which has me really concerned. I have no idea when they last had these. So this doesn't add any attack to us. Ooh, Rosa's defense is really terrible, chat. Like, just honestly, really terrible. But she has a lot of magic defense, I guess. Oh, it gives an attack bonus. I wasn't even paying attention to that. Nah, I still don't think those boots are worth using. I'm so disappointed, chat. So let's take a look at the map together, chat. Let's determine where this last orb is. Is there somewhere I couldn't go before when I came through here? Oh, maybe this is it, actually. Oh, okay, we found it then. Oh, that was convenient. So now we're just coming out this way, which is where I tried to go before. Was there a place that I missed at this point? I mean, we have the final exit. I'm just gonna quickly dip back into the other room and take a look. I mean, I didn't unlock the shortcut back, but I don't think that really matters. The only thing I'm interested in is if there was...
Follow the recipe. Should be fine.
If there was a treasure to the right of us somewhere. Oh, maybe there was. I'll go back for a chat. That was the one I detoured to twice by accident. So we might as well collect the items, since the game made us kind of go back and forth there a couple times. And then we'll proceed to hopefully find the cardinal. I'm kind of regretting not having quick step on the previous couple of encounters we did, but it's okay. I'll make sure to turn it back on when we're in town. I'd prefer the grade, I think, at the moment. Alright, let's juke the devil. Or it'll just not move. Okay. I mean, that makes my life easy if it just decides not to move for whatever reason. So just 2 low-grade chests. Kingly Waistcoat. Oh, that might actually be interesting. And another Peach Gel. So Kingly Waistcoat, I think, in Berseria gives attack power. And this one does too. So we can add potentially a lot of attack. The downside to this one is it offers no armor, so it's kind of risk versus reward. I don't know if I really want to make myself one-shottable. If I'm just going through the overworld, I would be more tempted to put that on. But currently our defense is pretty atrocious. Like, that's an armor that will still have use at the end of the game because I will get attack power from it, and that's always useful to speed things up. But I think against bosses explicitly, I don't really want to use that while not really overpowered. Was expecting one of the chests to be a mimic. I'm trying to think if there were mimics in a main Tales series game. I mean, I guess if you count Symphonia, I think Symphonia had mimics. Because technically that... I forget if that was by a different team or not. I know the sequel definitely was, and I don't consider that part of the main Tales line. Yeah, I definitely remember... I think it's called, like... I don't know if it was called Mimic or, like, Devil Chest. But it's, like... It occurs, like, every now and then in Symphonia. So, chat, we're gonna make sure that we are at full health, full everything, except for Blast Gauge, maybe. Okay, so I'm just making my way back to that one save point we touched earlier. And we should be done with this dungeon. I don't think we have any reason to come back here if the game even allows us. I can't say I even tried coming back here. Because again, this is just a pointless series of hallways.
What a pain.
I agree, Edna. What a pain. Let's have a quick old save right here. And our health is looking decent. We're gonna eat some of the gooey stuff. Fake snack. Next battle, 8% attack. Okay, that should help us. So again, we're getting a lot of these more expensive cooking items. So like we could basically full heal ourselves after combat with this. So hopefully with the attack bonus, the boss battle shouldn't be too bad. So we see all the petrified people.
What is this? A museum?
What a dreamboat.
He's awfully cute.
Huh. Is this kind of guy your type?
Oh, I don't know about that.
I don't dislike it. It's lifelike and artistic.
Seriously, it's almost like they're alive.
Almost like they were alive is more like it.
Huh?
He looks like Sergei.
Oh no! You don't suppose this is Sergei's brother?
This statue, it's human.
A hellion that turns people to stone? For real?
But we saw this
I've heard
earlier.
such tales in particular.
Such unpleasant cacophony. Kindly refrain from disturbing my prayer.
But chat, we saw this earlier.
Is yours what's causing the rain?
Yes, quite so.
Why?
To bring the people together through fear. The people's desperation shall serve as fuel, spreading the flames of victory for the Empire. To those who would stop me, I offer eternity!
Look away! If you make eye contact, you'll be turned to stone!
Dang!
I'll break us through!
Get back!
Fool! I can grant a seraph eternity as easily as any human.
Can you now? Looks like you should have saved a little eternity for yourself.
You monster! How did you... So that's it.
Uh-oh, the hat's off, chat. Oh no, the ears are floating.
Dezel, your eyes.
You're...
Pretty handy, huh?
Enough! No more eternity for any of you. Those who dare interfere with me shall be slaughtered like lambs!
Here it comes. When it opens its eyes, give me the Armatus.
How can you fight when you can't even see?
What do you take me for? I can read everything by feeling the movement of the wind.
That's rad. Maybe I was wrong about you.
If you've got time to flatter me, then watch your own ass.
Blades of light.
I got you! I got you! It's over!
How much health does she have? Wow, she has a lot of health, chat. So her weakness is wind. So, I have a question I hope the game will answer as we go through the side stories. So, if she's so convinced that what she's doing is right, why is she a Hellion? I hope it goes into why she actually got converted via malevolence. I don't 100% remember. I always thought this was a weird plot point, right? Because they already established that you could be evil, but if you believe in your convictions, you won't turn into a monster. So is that supposed to be implying that she has doubt about herself? Because it doesn't seem like it when we're fighting her currently. Oh, I didn't have a move that lifted her up. That's a shame. Wow, she's just kind of getting absolutely wrecked. Oh, she called for backup. I don't think it helped her, though. Oh, maybe he killed something that spawned over there.
Ready?
Oh my gosh, chat. This combo! Oh my gosh, she's getting wrecked! She's getting wrecked, chat! Oh my god, that was almost 100 hits! Oh my gosh, what a destructive moment. Oh my gosh. I alternated that so well. I was trying to armatize before she did this, but we got denied. So unfortunately, Rose has turned to stone, which is kind of inconveniencing. So we have to get that last little bit of health down, which might be a problem. And of course our attacks just phase right through, because of course they would. How much health does she have? 2,000? I think we could do this. It did the thing where like I go to combo and it just drops it again.
I'll make rubble of you! Strike! Dragon Blitz! Fearless Charge! Come! I'll make rubble of you! You feel it? So resonant!
Oh, she just killed both of our companions. You know what? So much for her grade, chat. We tried. We tried. Our AI failed. I don't know what to say. Man, we were doing so good in that fight, and then Rose got stoned.
This is not malevolence. I have given myself completely to my country and to my people.
What the?
I am not corrupted by any malevolence.
We can't purify her?
Lila, try again!
Okay.
I have a duty to guide the people. I must see it through!
She's got too much malevolence.
We have to stop it somehow!
We can't unless the Cardinal is willing to change her way of thinking.
Not gonna happen. So, Ray, if a heart set on justice starts generating malevolence, how do you think it should be stopped?
Well...
That's what her angle is. She thinks her own personal justice and a universal sense of justice are one and the same.
We'll have to kill her.
Kill me? Oh, really? Tell me, if I were to die, who would be left to lead the country? What do the young Emperor and the Knights understand about politics? If the Shepherd saves their souls, will that stop them from starving? My duties! My responsibilities! Justice shall prevail! I shall be their savior! I shall be their guide!
Her spirit is shattered.
She'll never be human again.
Her malevolence was increased by animosity.
Towards us.
Wait!
It's the only answer I can find. Sorry.
I think the accessories blocked it, but Rose is in
May his
between.
very bones find peaceful rest.
So we just kind of murdered the Cardinal.
Why?
I do recognize your determination, but even so, you shouldn't have to kill anyone.
But, Rose...
Remember, your job is to give life. Mine is to take it. Got that?
Rose...
Now then, let's leave the cleanup here to Sergei and the others. It's their job from here on out.
We just killed like the we killed the second most powerful person in the kingdom.
I always thought of Rose as tough and callous, but I see now that's not quite right.
Just the opposite.
Don't let her see you frowning like that. You don't want Rose's feelings to go to waste, do you?
I don't. But I feel so bummed.
Yeah.
You feel so
we all
bummed?
do.
Chat, we just killed like the second most powerful person. We're only supposed to have done an investigation. Then we just kind of willy-nilly decide, why don't we purify her? Then we realize we can't purify her. So we just kill her, just outright. Truly amazing. Oh my gosh. New battle action attained, new titles, AP up. Okay, what battle action did we earn? That one's okay. This is just like the magic shield equivalent, where you could flick something to reduce damage from... Oh wait, this is Mystic Arts. Oh, that's actually useful. Too bad I don't have enough points. So chat, don't worry, it's not over from what I recall. This is just like the start of terrible things decisions our characters make.
How saddening.
Lila, is there any way to...
Well,
Saray, you're troubling Lila.
I'm sorry.
No, please don't mind.
If only I was stronger.
Don't be so arrogant. Is it your right to say who lives and who dies?
Guess I shouldn't jump to conclusions.
Save your sympathy.
Yeah. Boris accomplished what he needed to do, of his own accord.
We should do our best as well.
Yeah. We'll just keep on doing whatever we can.
So they're just dead, chat. Like they're not coming back. I guess we could go to the Cardinal to see if we have any comments on the person we just definitely murdered within the cathedral. Remember, chat, remember how we got here? We were told not to take sides in the war. We're not supposed to influence the war. We just outright killed the Cardinal.
Once the domain completely disappeared, I could tell immediately. Mautellus isn't here after all.
Lila, classifila, all the species, all the phyla.
So what? It doesn't matter now.
It does matter. It was a Hellion not even as strong as the Five Lords, and still we couldn't manage to purify it. Meaning we don't stand a chance against old Kittybeard.
Heldolf, huh? We still have a ways to go before we can face him.
Glad you understand. Now you need to get it together.
The real fight is about to begin.
There are still 3 trial shrines left to go.
Right. Can't afford to mope around.
So it wasn't Mautellus, and it wasn't her. But I can feel a presence nearby. She's still somewhere in Roland's.
She is somewhere still nearby.
I can still feel a presence yet in Pendrago.
Didn't he say Rollins a moment ago? Or is that the name of the overall kingdom? I'm trying to keep the name straight in my head. He definitely did not say Pendrago in that previous cutscene. So, we do know that there is a female companion that's with, well, according to Edna, Kittybeard. So, maybe this will be the introduction of said character. So, chat, I'm still not ready for the entirety of the scene. It's just truly, truly amazing. So, we did like the one thing we definitely shouldn't do when we're trying not to sway the balance of war.
I'll say. You want to become stronger, huh?
I didn't say anything.
It's obvious.
Rose seems kind of okay with what we just did. So let's see what everybody else has to say about what we did. So we'll start by leaving here.
Dazzle, thanks for helping me out. With your help, we were able to win against Medusa.
I only did my job. That goes for both of us.
And she doesn't want to talk about the murder. So that's fine, we'll just leave. Again, like, I'm having trouble picturing how large this cathedral is. So, I'm just flabbergasted, chat. I love that we just straight up murdered the Cardinal.
What of the Cardinal?
Oh, she's dead. We killed her.
No more.
I see.
You?
We were able to convince the Emperor to believe us, but he wants to believe the Cardinal as well. To that end, he wanted an opportunity for both of us to have our say before him.
The
Right.
Cardinal's not gonna show.
There's a chance the Knights might be labeled as assassins.
Sorry.
Why, there's no need for you to apologize. I'll take all the blame for it.
Stray wasn't the one who killed the Cardinal. A professional assassin showed up. They whispered thusly, "May these weary bones find peaceful rest."
But that's the calling card the Scattered Bones Assassin Guild leaves at the scene of their doings. Is this true?
It is, right?
The hell's wrong with you? Just say it.
Yeah.
We're just causing international
I report to my
incidents.
superiors about the Assassin's Guild. But to think they could carry out an assassination right under the Shepherd's nose. The Scattered Bones certainly exceed their reputation.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, I'm quite sure they'll be pleased to hear it.
I couldn't save the Cardinal. I couldn't save anyone.
It stopped raining. How about we take a walk around town?
We're just gonna let the Assassin's Guild take the blame for that, I guess. So, wow, we've completely ruined this kingdom. So let's get a checklist, chat. So we didn't convince the Pope to come back. We've killed the Cardinal. The Emperor no longer has somebody to lean on. The Knights are honestly not cleared of suspicion. And we killed the Cardinal before the Knights could do anything, like actually hold a trial or do anything that would prove their innocence. So we just kind of botched that hardcore, like on every single level. Oh, and then I guess now the Assassin's Guild is going to be wanted by this kingdom. So I guess they're okay with that. Okay, so they're just AP increased by 2. Why did it go? What? What? Why? Chat, why did I get a notification for that? I didn't do anything. Why would me talking to them knowing that the rain has stopped give me AP? I'm actually confused, Chad. I don't know why that just happened. Unless it was a holdover from battle.
People you were able to save, Saray.
And you got to see the shrine church, right?
There's our touchy-feely Micleo. Touch, Leo.
Hey, hey! Knock it off!
How long is this funk of yours gonna last?
Rose,
Nuh-uh, no sorries and no thank yous. You and I both just did what we could. Let's both of us keep doing our very best, okay?
okay.
Okay is okay. And on that note, let's go rest up. I'm beat.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh, we get to see her face this time. She has like a collar / belt around her neck. It's very big for a collar.
You're awake.
Sorry, overslept.
The Emperor seeks to rule directly. However, the die-hard followers of the Cardinal have begun to act in very suspicious ways.
Roseless garbage. It's
So
true,
they're
Chad.
looking for a war, huh?
And without their leader, there will be no one left to keep them in check.
And so more will die.
Not on my watch. I promise I can stop this war so that your efforts will not have been in vain.
Thank you, Sergei. Now then. I don't know about you guys, but I'm starving.
Let's see what the inn is serving.
Of course he's hungry. He's done nothing but sleep.
I'm surprised you slept
A
so
lot
well.
has happened.
Didn't hear Dezel grinding his teeth.
For Saray,
Oh, yeah?
Guess his spirit needed the sleep.
will he be alright? I doubt this is the last time this kind of thing happens.
True.
You coming?
That last one was really hard to hear, chat. So we're having an interlude before we get to the other completely ludicrous scene. It's a little bit of an interlude. So, I think they were having a joke skit where they were asking if the main character Saray slept well, Micleo was asking, and then they made some comment about did he get woken up by Dezel grinding his teeth, and then I had no idea what Dezel said because that was like unintelligible because of how low his volume was. Well, anyway, we're gonna take one last loop through the town. Oh, speaking of which, let's make sure we have wind stepping on so we have more movement speed. So the whole nation's potentially going to war again. So we haven't made too much on that front. Yeah, our efforts to ruin this nation are going pretty well. I agree, chat. Like we're 10 out of 10. I mean, at this point, we just need to kill the Emperor, right, chat? I mean, just like why stop at the Cardinal, right? So everything here is a downgrade, except for this paper, apparently. I don't feel like most of these are really worth it, but we'll grab one for now. We actually managed to accrue a lot of money with this, which is kind of nice. I always love that the option is no in there. I just want to see if we could get more overall defense. That's not a good trade for us. Oh, so this is just literally better. I'll just take that one then. As I feel like some of our rings are actually not all that good. Like the slow ring here would actually be pretty good for us comparatively. I'd rather have that, so he's a bit tankier. People talk about the Howling season, but I haven't heard a thing. What does that mean?
Drago stew. I'd give that one about a 70.
Maven!
I heard about the church.
Word travels fast.
It must be difficult being the shepherd.
Yeah, in more than a few ways, but I'm good.
I'll make sure of it.
I see. So, did you find anything out?
Yes, Nautilus was not there.
No?
It's true. We went all the way to the back of the shrine. No dice.
The Seraph Mautellus is shrouded in mystery. Some doubt whether or not he even exists.
The Shrine Church has been able to promote faith in Mautellus all the way back to the era of Asgard. That wouldn't be possible without the blessing of an extremely powerful Seraph, don't you think?
I believe that Mautellus really did exist and was supported by the people's worship.
But then in that case, the problem is, when did he disappear?
Well, he's a crazy powerful Mega Seraph with a blessing that covers the whole continent, right? When did he vanish? Same time his blessing went poof, I assume.
You mean the beginning of the Age of Chaos?
Wait, if Mautellus's disappearance was in fact the cause of the Age of Chaos...
Then if his blessing returns, that might put an end to it. Let's search for Mautellus.
Hey, Pops, got any ideas?
Well, aside from Mautellus's Shrine Church, there are 4 other shrines where the power of the 5 lords is said to reside.
The Trial Shrines! We were gonna check those out anyway!
Heh, excellent.
If you learn anything on your journeys, let us know.
Sounds good. I'll try to trace the old legends as well. Farewell. Stay healthy.
Thanks!
Yep.
I'll be sure to inform Agil and the rest of the guild that you are doing well, my lady.
By the way, we're wanted for murder. I'm also glad the captain just believes us, by the way. I mean, I wouldn't believe
Looks like
us.
The 2 of them are starting to cheer up. Saray and Rose, I mean.
Hope so. Saray does worry me sometimes when he bottles things up.
He does, doesn't he?
But so do you, Lila. Don't forget, we're here for you too.
You're quite right. Thank you.
Okay, I didn't want to skip that dialogue.
So where does one look for a wayward Mautellus?
It'd have to be a place suitable as a vessel for one of the 5 lords. A clean and pure shrine, or a vast natural landscape with no malevolence.
Then a Shrine of Trials certainly sounds plausible.
The shepherd disappeared for months. Turned out, he was on the lam.
Poor Lila. We probably drive her up the wall.
I'm sorry.
Seriously, it's okay.
We've basically figured out the terms of your oath anyway.
Time to sing the Rat-Pig song! Rat-Pig, with ears so sweet.
Oh, you mean when we talk about Mautellus?
Rat-Pig, such tasty meat.
Leave her alone. This is wrong in so many ways.
We're not accusing you of hiding anything. Honest.
That's right. And I can use the Flames of Purification, thanks to you.
We'll find out for ourselves anything we truly wish to know.
Thank you for understanding.
Pathetic. You'd let anyone pull the wool over your eyes, wouldn't you, Shepherd?
You took the oath too, Dezel?
Why would... Oh, damn it.
Now, how exactly should we go about looking for the trial shrines?
That mural in Tentagel could tell us the general locations, but...
But beyond that, we're probably just gonna have to go and look for them.
We're getting so many dialogue lines, chat. I just want to use the id.
The shepherd's training and the hunt for Mautellus. 2 birds with 1 stone.
More like a trillion birds. We get to explore the ruins of the 5 lords.
Ruins, ruins, ruins. You're obsessed.
Hey, you gotta enjoy things like this while you can.
Even if you might die?
Well, I mean, it's an adventure.
I'll say.
I'm not as wild about it as you two, but I'll be there.
I'm with you too, no matter where this takes us.
Okay, so we're gonna keep skit fishing for a little bit, and then hopefully the conclusion of the cathedral scene will happen very soon.
Hey, Dezel. There's something I wanted to ask you about.
My eyes, huh? I wasn't trying to hide it from you or anything.
Was it this archenemy of yours that did this?
Yeah, she's the reason I lost my sight.
And so that's why you're after revenge.
It's just like I told you. I'm out for vengeance against the one who killed my friend and crushed the Wind Riders.
So it's not about you?
I'm actually grateful for this wound of mine. My ability to read the wind has only grown stronger since then. I can sense a larger range of presence than you all can.
Most likely, it produces the same effect as the oath.
In other words, I don't need your sympathy or concern. Just use me as you will. Like that one time with Fortin.
But in exchange, you'll use us as you will. Is that right?
Pretty sure I told you that right from the start.
Yeah, you're right.
What a likable character, chat. Let's keep fishing for skits, because it'll be hard to rest here in a little bit.
Dezel, can I ask you something?
Yeah, what?
Do you have any friends?
That's a pretty nasty question.
Yeah, that is pretty
Sorry,
messed up,
I
Rose.
didn't mean it like that.
I know. I have a close friend, Lafarga, a wind spirit. He has a very caring personality. When we traveled together, he was like a concerned older brother, looking after his younger siblings.
Just what you'd expect from a Seraph of the Wind.
He was probably worried most about me. I was a brash young gun then.
I see. Well, I'm glad to hear
Young
that.
gun? Did they
Glad to
even...
hear what?
I guess
Just
they
to
have
learn
guns
that
in
you
this
aren't alone.
universe.
I was worried about you, you know.
Save it for someone who needs it.
Well, if you say so.
That's why I'm gonna get my revenge. For his sake.
Oh, another rare scene where he has his hat off. Kind of nice. Dezel and Rose are both horrible. It's true. It's true. Oh, okay. We managed to sleep at the end and not get a skit. you never know, chat. Like, do you see how chat? If you had not thought about resting at the inn repeatedly, how many of you probably would have not gone repeatedly to the inn over and over and over again in order to get another skit? Like, it is very easy to miss skits in this game. It's pretty silly. I don't know why they're so stacked on the inn. Like, I still think our visit to Laston Bell had the most. What was that, chat? 5 or 6 skits from one inn? It's somewhere kind of specific to the meal we were eating too, which was pretty obnoxious. So our goal is to attain the remaining spiritual powers. So I want to go get this purple stone out of the way. What do you want? Oh, are you the Assassin's Guild guy?
Agil, are you working?
Agil, yeah.
Yeah, data gathering. I need to meet with 5 informants by the end of the day.
Sounds like a lot of work.
Agil is like the eyes, ears, and brains for us scattered bones.
So then, what are you, Rose?
Nothing.
I'm the head. I'm the boss at any rate.
There's no brain up there.
A head, but not the brains. So you're the skull?
See, Soraya, I thought the same thing.
You're ruining my metaphor.
She's definitely the head. I agree with that.
Well, our boss is more like a goddess of victory. Used to be Little Miss Goddess, of course.
Little Miss Goddess?
Back when our old boss was around. He used to carry her on his back all the time.
Those were good times, weren't they?
Yep. Help our comrades and defeat our enemies. It was simple back then.
So it was.
But things have changed. In the underworld, information is king.
Did you find any good leads?
A couple. The one they call Shepherd Malfour was originally a priest in the Church of Rollins. It seems he's angling to fill the power vacuum caused by the death of Cardinal Fortin.
Figures.
And then there's the business with the fake elixir. The church can no longer ignore the situation, and they've started investigating the source.
And does that mean that the village chief of Gadaden will...
Gadaden?
Let me explain.
I see. So that's what was going on.
Egil, do you think the decision I made...
The boss's judgment is the Scattered Bones' judgment. But it might require a bit of following up.
Yeah, you're right.
Let's head over to Gadaden and see how things stand.
Thanks.
Okay, so we have something we could formally do. I just want to see if we go back to the castle area if we get any additional cutscenes. So I'm expecting something to happen, but it hasn't happened. So we're getting teased with that new character, but that new character has to show up for the continuation of the scene I was thinking of. Like, our characters have to interact with said character. Ooh, okay, so I'm glad I went this way, because there's another purple star. So we're getting some side quests that we don't have to do. One of which involves going back to Gadaden. It seems there's a lot of people up on the stage. So let's go see what they want.
Thank you for taking the time to come today. Lo, I am the shepherd, Malfor.
Hey, tell me, shepherd. Is it really true that you saved the plagued city?
Oh, it was nothing. I just helped the Princess of Highland a little by building a bridge in a single day.
Then what about the Battle of Glavend? Did you really stop the war?
Why, it was easy. All I did was tell them that this isn't the time to be quarreling with one another. It was a hard battle, but I was able to gain support from the Roland's Knight Squad.
Isn't that Captain Sergei from the Platinum Knights?
Then it might not completely be a lie.
Luckily, I managed to do it without getting caught.
I suppose the Knights wouldn't just let some mere imposter do as he pleases.
So you mean to say this bloke must be... an actual shepherd?
It matters not what I am, but please, no matter what, believe in the blessing of the Seraphim. That is the only way to bring salvation to this world. If the people desire it so, I, the Shepherd Malfor, shall put my life on the line to deliver their prayers.
Shepherd Malfor!
Shepherd Malfor! May the Seraphim's blessing cover the world.
This is ridiculous. Soray's the one who did those things. And I'm sure Sergei knows that too.
There must be a reason.
Probably.
So let's talk to Sergei. And then he says he has no excuse. So this is probably a scheme set up by the church. But let's see if we get any continuation here.
Please wait, Shepherd Soray. There's a reason behind Malfor's actions.
I'm sure. I trust Sergei.
Well, you're just dumb.
We're quite unsure how he worked his way in, but Malfor has been a favorite of General Tuller.
And so, the General has ordered the Knight Squad to protect the Shepherd, Malfor.
That's the reason?
They are just pawns of the Empire, after all.
General Tuller also has a close relationship with the Imperial Majesty, and...
No more excuses! Whatever the reason is, it is clear I have sullied your honor. I can only apologize.
Not sure I had honor to start with. Anyway, it was nice to see that people expect so much from the Shepherd. It's a good sign.
What a gentleman.
Gentleman Schmendelman, what were you doing just standing around?
I'm afraid I could do naught. Knowing all the while who the true shepherd was.
Looks like they took advantage of just how earnest you are.
It's pretty ironic. The less affected by malevolence you are, the harder it is to live an honest life.
Such is the human condition, I suppose.
Even so, that is how humans live.
It's tough.
Let's do a quick detour into some of these buildings, and we'll attempt to leave town. I'm assuming a cutscene will stop us from leaving town, because we haven't been given a really... Oop, this is not where I want to go. We haven't really been given a clear indication as to where specifically we should search next. So, I, having played this before, know generally where each of the temples are, but we have to go in as... Well, he teleported in front of us. Geez, Sergey. How did you beat me here? Well, anyway, it looks like there's nothing else to do within this building, so we'll go ahead and leave. I think I saw a purple star in the district to the north anyway, which is good. So let's also take a look at that. Snack preparation, more black stuff. Again, we're going to be taking full advantage of wind stepping in the towns. It saves us so much time walking around.
Hey, wanna go ask them about the iris gems?
Alrighty, I'll go ask.
Will you be alright? They look pretty sketchy.
Leave it to me. All merchants are like family. Money keeps us together.
Are you sure about this?
Let's just leave it to Rose.
We're not savvy enough to know when we're being tricked.
Yeah, speak for yourself.
I got it. They said they saw an iris gem in the ruins north of here.
A ruin in the north?
Weird. Why do they keep laughing?
Are they laughing at me?
They think you're a phony shepherd and that I'm a victim of your con artistry.
They've got it wrong.
It can't be helped. There are many who claim to be the shepherd.
But still, to be treated
Why
like
are...
a con artist?
No point in arguing with them.
Yeah. It's way better to be laughed at than to be frightened of.
So wait, they can speak in their minds with the in your mind voice when they're outside of the body? Or is that an error? I'm not sure how to interpret that scene. They had the echo like they were still inside us, but they weren't.
I just noticed whenever Mikleo gets angry, it always has something to do with Saray.
What? That's not true.
Then what's with that response? Come on, you guys are family.
Okay, so let's attempt to leave. Oh? It's letting us leave and nothing's happening?
You sure had a grim look on your face when we left Pendrago.
I've got vengeance to seek in that town.
Huh, I'm a little surprised. This is going weirdly smoothly. There should be more obstacles between us and what we need to do next. Huh. Well, I guess the other scene I was thinking of was not as closely tied to this one. So that's fine. We'll continue on with the side story for now. So we're still not really given a good indication of where we should go. We will not be crossing the Camelot Bridge for some time. We could still check it out, but I think it'll be blocked off. The path to the southwest is now open. So maybe we have to do one more elemental dungeon before we see the other scene I was thinking of. But I think for now, what we'll try to do is we'll go to the ruins to the north. We'll get the orb there.
I'm up for some fusion.
She's apparently up for some fusion.
That'll do it.
I guess what we can have her do for now is that since we don't really need this many fusion points... Oh, she actually maxed it. We'll have her own snack prep for the future. It's not bad to have her on health maintenance either, honestly. But it's fun. We'll go forward. So we'll get some of the side quests out of the way, and then we'll attempt to go to the southwest. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, this might be leading us to the Earth Dungeon. But we'll see. Actually, if we have to go back through here, I wonder... If we teleport into this dungeon, can we save ourselves a little bit of time? Yeah, let's just go to the bottom floor. There we go. Now we have a purpose to go into this room. Hello, orb. That was definitely not here the first time I was in here looking at the giant scorpion. That has a skull face on it. Odin. Helldusk minions walk among the humans, inciting nations to take up arms against each other. So we see that girl again.
What was that all about?
They've started interfering, I suppose. Heldolf's followers are causing mischief in human society.
To create malevolence?
Sounds connected to what we saw earlier.
Right. He was taking advantage of wars to produce Hellions.
So he's trying to start another war!
But this is a record of the past. That war is probably well underway.
He's deceiving everyone.
Not quite. I'm sure there are those who have joined hands with him of their own free will.
How could they?
Unfortunately, we can't rule out the possibility.
Well, we've met our first goal.
Well, it would have been nice if we could have investigated before the place got ransacked. But it looks like it happened a long time ago.
There's actually something I've noticed about that. Don't you think that the stones and decorations looted from here may have been used in Pendrago's architecture?
It's possible, given the location and the era.
Right. And if we can find out where they've been used, we might be able to find the hidden history of Pendrago.
If we compare with Lady Lake, which utilized the Vivia subterranean aqueduct, we might find what people in that era were thinking.
Sounds awesome! Good thinking, Mikleo.
And that's not all. If we build upon our current hypothesis...
Hang on. I don't get what's so awesome about this.
But they're so enthused.
Friggin' weirdos.
Guess I'm the clown again.
No, that was a smile of praise to the true king of the Ruin Geeks.
Viva the Ruin Geek Shepherd.
What kind of shepherd is that?
I don't think I've ever heard of it.
Then that makes Saray the first.
No objections?
I guess.
Yeah, I'm thinking that was an error. Oh, we apparently got a new fashion item. Swordsman eye patch. There we go. We'll put it on Rose for the time being. So that was a quick old teleport there.
Hold it. Isn't this place a tomb? Am I gonna get cursed or something?
Don't worry. We'll all be punished together.
Though we'll be sure to let you go first.
No, thank you.
Hey, it's disrespectful to talk loudly in the ruins.
There goes the second biggest Ruin Geek.
More like Meebo, geek times 2.
What's that supposed to mean?
Be quiet. It's disrespectful.
It's your fault!
Hey, Mikleo's getting pretty angry, even though Saray's not really involved.
He's not angry, just overreacting.
Says Saray.
Ugh, this really grinds my gears.
This grinds his gears. Oh, chat. These phrases that they use in this game. Well, for now, let's go to Gadaden. And because, of course... When max damage is 5,000 or more, receive 20% bonus gold. Not really useful here. Hey, we didn't get any new skits and a new inn. Okay, I think we're good for now. Again, some of the inn skits you could kind of see in different locations. Others are based off of meals. Others are based off of what your parameters were at the time for fusion and things like that.
Is it?
Oh, I skipped dialogue because I got
looking
cutscened.
for Chief Slenge?
Yes. I'm an acquaintance of the chief, and...
I'm sorry, but the chief is indisposed right now due to illness and will not be taking visitors.
What? He is?
But be of good cheer! In the name of the shepherd, I vow to heal this noble servant of the people!
Oh, so you're the shepherd, are you?
Nothing escapes your eye, my lady. Indeed, I am the renowned, the incomparable Shepherd Malfour!
Who can't see us in the slightest.
All hail the mighty shepherd.
I can tell from your unique accoutrements that you wish you were a shepherd as well. Eminently understandable, but I cannot recommend it. The shepherd's life is one of solitude. He spends his days in constant battle, unappreciated by the world he cherishes.
Okay?
In any case, rest assured that the village chief is in the caring hands of Shepherd Malfour.
This guy gets around. I mean, we fast traveled and he beat us here.
Do you think it's malevolence that's causing his illness?
Is the chief even sick? I don't trust that guy.
But we do know that the amount of malevolence in this village is increasing.
Let's start by reviving the blessing of Gadarin. We can worry about the chief after that.
Makes sense. That's the real shepherd's job, after all.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what would happen if she struck him with the umbrella. I mean, I assume he would move, but I don't know what he would see it as, if anything. So it's telling us that we can't really progress unless we find out somebody to care for this area.
Did that kid have resonance or something? That dirt leech he talked about is a Hellion, isn't it?
Yes. It's a very troublesome Hellion with high vigilance. It'll be difficult to catch it.
Okay, so I think we found the Seraphim that was probably supposed to be the guardian in this area. So they said the caves. So fortunately, we were there already, chat, so we could kind of shortcut this a little bit. Huh. I don't see anything, but this was definitely a boss arena, so we're gonna go ahead and travel north from here. Unless we needed more info, then I'll be sad. Nothing seems to be true.
That didn't work. Approaching it normally just causes it to run away.
We'll need to come up with a plan.
Okay, so I actually didn't even see it. It's very tiny. So I'm gonna try to walk away a little bit and then come back. I just need to see, like... Oh, I think I vaguely see it. So how close can I get before it spots me? This might be close enough. So I'll fit it to here. Let's turn invisible and let's try to catch it. Oh.
The dirt leech appears to use sound to monitor its surroundings.
I know, Lila. I know.
Oh, then I just need to think of this like a mission for the scattered bones.
Again, chat, that thing is really, really tiny. Wouldn't you agree? Like, you could barely see this thing. So I need to be able to get closer. So maybe here would be good enough. Chat, this is so obnoxious. Oh, chat. I'm gonna have so much fun with this later when I have to use this in a dungeon and it doesn't seem to last long enough. Like, okay, let's have a visual aid. So I was pretty far into the room before being caught. Like, I'm really, really close. Can you please just let me do this game? No, it just popped instantly. Am I just going too fast, even in the bubble? Does that not work? Hold on, chat. Maybe I'm doing this all wrong. Maybe I really do need to slow my movement to a walk. Alright, let's see if I even need to do invisible. So I'm gonna hold walk like right around here, so that I'm holding the walk button. Still detects you. But I could get very close, it seems. So let's try this again, chat. Tales of Zestiria. Okay, so... do I have to approach it from behind? I'm trying to remember how this was done. So we could definitely circle it. So let's try doing it a different approach. So we're going to try just from behind, so it can't retreat. And like right around here, we'll even go in the bubble. Nope. Yeah, I guess I don't know what's popping it early. Maybe it's just like the cutscene gets it. Okay, Chad, I need to think about this. How do we grab this leech? Do I need to like teleport onto it? Hold on. Let's think about all the tools that it gave us. So that's not useful. Maybe we're supposed to go the exact distance to short teleport on it. Maybe that's what this solution is supposed to be. If this is not the solution, I don't know what it is, honestly. So we're gonna get really close, like really, really close. Alright, I'm allowed to get pretty much on it. It seems to just auto-detect the bubble, so let me try a teleport from this distance. Huh? Did it just... what? Did it just like teleport away? I don't get it. I didn't even see where it went, but it's back apparently. Chat, like, I guess I'm experiencing this as a first-time player. I don't remember this being as annoying to grab. Like, we definitely just have to touch it. But... alright, so I'm, like, super close. If I just fidget, is this enough to get it? No. Oh, chat. Don't you just love it? It's just like, it gives you just like vague enough hints. So it's like, I'm supposed to be stealthy. Walking doesn't seem to work. Teleporting didn't seem to work. Or maybe I was supposed to hit something in order to do further. Oh, wait. Hold on, chat. No hints. I just remembered something. So there's a support talent we haven't used in forever. And I think we need to use stealthy feet to reduce the sound. Oh my gosh, okay. So if I walk, I should just be able to reach it. I don't even know if I need the bubble, honestly. I mean, the wind teleport should have honestly also worked.
Stand strong.
There we go.
So tiny.
Small but quick. Don't lose.
It's an amorphous dragon. Chat, did you know leeches are secretly dragons? The more you know.
Should I use wider range attacks?
If you can hold them back, we'll follow your lead.
Sleeping
Dragon Bang! It's over. First force.
This thing is very tiny.
Tiger Blade. Fight my enemy. It's over.
I had to really think about that, chat. I was thinking about Rose's dialogue. So dumb.
Let's keep it up. How's this? Fight my enemy.
I could barely see what we're fighting. This thing has a lot of health, actually. I like that our attacks just don't quite accurately hit the monster we're fighting. Oh, we didn't get a hit on it. There we go. There we go. Crown Fire is probably one of my favorite moves. So let's make sure... Oh, we only have Burning Echo and Crown Fire, apparently. It's fine. I don't really want Burning Echo.
Dancing Flames! Crown! Dancing Flames! Crown Fire! Dancing Flames! Crown Fire! Dancing Flames! Crown! Dancing Flames! Crown Fire!
Look at the juggles, chat. That's so silly. Okay, so let's get some actual spells out. And again, Crown Fire comes out pretty quickly, and it juggles them. So if I'm at point blank when it goes off, I could definitely get a full combo off of this. I think it just blocked our spell. Rose, please don't die. The AI's having a lot of trouble hitting this monster, chat. It's very close to death. I might Mystic Guard it. I think if I get one good combo, I'll finish it. There we go.
May it burn your soul! No foe
can stand
in our way!
Dragon slain, chat. That's worth a lot of experience. It's not a very hard fight. But hey, we'll take the level ups. Everybody learning new arts, and now we have better max health, which again will help us if we want to go back for any of those other optional fights. Lots of proficiencies, title up. We'll probably check our titles and equipment soon.
Did I become a Hellion? I'm sorry. I must have caused you all great trouble.
No, we're just glad you're all right.
My name is Forcia. Oh my, there's an iris gem here.
An Earthen Historia. Could we have that?
But of course. This is nowhere near enough to show my gratitude, however.
No, it's perfect. Thank you.
Dear me, what an honorable shepherd you are.
If you'd like to thank us, could you maybe give your blessing to a village? It's called Gadadin, and it's very close by.
Gadadin. That's the village outside the Shrine of the Fire Trial, correct? Do you have a vessel lined up?
We'll find one for you.
All right. I'll head over to the village for now.
Well, let's go see what the Irish Gem has to say. And we'll switch her off of the support talent of Stealthy Feet. I don't feel like we really need this. Oldoff faces a dragon in a mysterious land. He is strong enough to defeat the beast. I mean, chat, honestly, the wind teleport should have worked. As should have the bubble. If I'm walking in the bubble, that's very annoying that it could still be detected. He faces a giant leech in a mysterious land. Yes, Chris. They're all leeches now. Dragons, leeches, they're the same thing.
He beat the dragon in one hit!
And a fully materialized one at that.
What tremendous power!
You saw that mass of malevolence at his back. The Hellion possessing him is far beyond anything we've ever fought.
Yeah, I'll definitely need to get stronger.
That's your reaction? I don't know whether to be worried or relieved.
Well, at least we're getting more background information, sort of, on the main villain of the game. And meanwhile, we're having a lot of snack prep. So we are most definitely ready for the future, chat. Just look how many items keep getting prepared. So we're doing pretty good in terms of that.
Iris gems really are beautiful.
Too beautiful, more like it. That's why most people think they're just glass, or some other kind of decoration.
I see. What are they actually made of?
It's not a natural mineral.
They were most likely crafted through the use of multiple seraphic arts. Even so, it's practically unbelievable that there's something inside that lets you see the past.
I wish you could watch anything from the past that you wanted. I'd watch 1,000 years of history.
Better hope you'd live 1,000 years then, because that's how long it'd take.
Oh, right.
That would be hard even for a seraph.
Both iris gems and ruins are just fragments of the past. What's important is what you get out of them. Because history is the architect of our hearts.
Whoa, Mikleo! That was a sweet quote.
You think so? I'm planning to put it in the book I write one day.
Well, aren't you full of surprises?
I mean, don't you think it'd be a waste not to pass on our tale to future generations?
I would love to read your book, Mikleo.
I'll give you a copy. Signed even.
Darn.
But will the humans be able to see the book? Acquired title Peas in a Pod. So we've been picking up a lot of titles and bonuses. So it seems like because I left it on the first title, it is now rank 8 proficiency. So we're getting a lot of attack and focus, which is good for us. Oh, we actually maxed the title with him. That's interesting. I mean, I guess we could have him focus on other things just to learn them. We're not in a rush one way or another. So we've been spreading out the levels pretty well here. Yeah, that's a lot of bonuses. Tower of Blood is the next one that we get regardless. I feel like we actually want her with Art Attack, so maybe we'll level that over the course of this thing. Also, I don't think she really needs Focus. Scrap Toss or Healing Circle? I think we'll teach her Scrap Toss for now. I was gonna say, well, the letters were more meant for other seraphs. I feel like the more the game tries to explore the seraphs, the less I understand how it works in universe. Like, I just don't know, chat. And to me, it's never really. Why does it cost 1,000 to teleport? What highway robbery is this? Goodbye our money, chat. Oh, it's like a. Oh, is it a percentage-based travel? Is that what's happening? Oh, that's garbage, chat. Because that was way more than what we paid before.
Slenge, is it alright for you to be up?
Worry not, excitable youngster. Everything has been taken care of. Thanks to the selfless heroism of Shepherd Malfour!
Shepherd, I must apologize for causing you concern. However, I am afraid I still feel unwell. Please, excuse me.
He's acting strange. Did something happen?
That man named Malfour was threatening the chief. I'll expose your misdeeds, you fallen pope, he said.
What? How did he know?
Malfour used to be a priest, and we already know the church is investigating the fake elixir.
Could you explain to me the details of what's going on?
I mean, I'm surprised we're okay with the fake elixir, chat.
I see. So the missing pope was the one producing the fake elixir.
Yeah, but it was for the sake of the villagers.
Slenge told Malfour the distribution route and formula for making this fake elixir, on the condition that the church will continue to buy vermilion ore.
What do you mean?
So you're saying he didn't come to intimidate, but to negotiate?
Yes, the church will overlook the former pope's crime. In exchange, it will gain control of the distribution channel for the fake elixir. And as the mediator, Malfour will gain prestige and credibility.
So Gododin will finally get legitimate revenue.
But they're covering up a crime. And now the church itself is going to be selling fake elixir? That's just insane!
Unfortunately, these things happen.
Humans need money to live. That's what it comes down to.
I don't suppose you're still open to blessing this village?
I was thinking that the school building might work as a vessel. What do you think?
Are you sure?
The Pope, the village chief, seems to have recognized that his time is drawing near. Even my blessing cannot forestall the inevitable.
Is that why he's trying to secure a revenue stream for the village?
I would like to stay a while longer and see what results his determination brings.
Thank you, Forcia.
You're quite welcome.
The results his determination brings.
And now we remove the malevolence. Blessing for Gododin region has... We just got a whole bunch of things. It looks like we got alternate costumes just now for Lila. What do you mean alternate color? Oh, just the headband. Literally just the headband changes color. I'm like, her hair didn't change color there. Oh, so now she's more in pure white. Hello, Maven, who's here for some reason. Well, let's use the Lord of the Land menu. Whatever, we'll just assign one of these. So I think what happens too, chat, I don't think I talked about this, and I'm surprised the game hasn't mentioned this, but I think the more Norman you assign, when it puts this enemy level to the right, I think it's the minimum number of levels the enemy goes up. So you can make the area more difficult. We did not get enough for treasure restoration, but Traveler's Repose is probably good to have. Yeah, see, like, I could just kind of sacrifice... Oh, I have lavender. I should probably get rid of that at some point. So we're making peach jelly. So we're starting to get up there in terms of cooking items. So, like, if, hypothetically, if we were to get rid of all of the things that we have cooked, hypothetically, how much would we gain? Oh, see that, chat? We have 386 grade. Look how many battles we don't have to do. We're doing well. Yeah, we're not feeding it to this character, though. I don't care about that. So we can make the enemy slightly harder. I mean, we're not really going to get into any fights here, but... I suppose that's so the game still becomes more interesting because it expects a lot of grind. So the idea would be...
We restored the village's blessing, but Slenge is dying.
It's gotta be due to the toxins produced from processing the vermilion ore.
Most likely. And he must have known that from the start.
He probably wanted this kind of punishment.
Because he committed a crime, huh? If that's all true, then there's no need for the scattered bones to get involved.
This must be the answer he arrived at. It may sound harsh, but there isn't anything more we can do about this situation.
Still, it gets me royally ticked off at the church. And what seraph would tolerate their worship?
If that Malfour guy came up with all this, I gotta hand it to him. Pretty good for someone who acts like a quirky bit part in a play.
But he wasn't emitting any malevolence at all. What sort of person is he exactly?
It's got me wondering too. I think I'll have the scattered bones look into him.
Again, like, what determines whether or not malevolence comes from people is, like, super gray territory for me. I don't know. I guess because he believes that he's helping people, even though he knows he's a fraud? But then he just intimidated the Pope? Like, I don't get how this character is not generating malevolence. Like, just, the more I try to think about it, the less it makes sense to me. So I'm gonna try to just turn my brain off for the plot, and then things will start to make sense. If I don't think about it, chat, it'll make a lot of sense. So we're still not allowed to go backwards from Laston Bell. But I just want to see if there's any quests here we could take. Just double checking, because if not, we'll continue forward to the southwest. So we're doing a quick little look here. Are we allowed? Oh, wait, there's a side quest to the south. Oh, and we're allowed to go back into the forest. That's interesting. So we have a couple things we could end up doing now, chat.
Where on earth could the trial shrines be?
Why don't we double check the mural back at the hideout?
So they're recommended we go to the mural, but we know there's a place to the southwest we could continue going to. And there's also the cave to the southeast. Oh, hello.
Aren't they referring to the group of children we met back then?
We should let them know. If the army is after them, they won't stand a chance.
That's why I told them to stop.
Okay, so they're just saying that the children became full-on bandits, and now the army is looking to dispose of them.
The Valkyrie, Maltran.
What? You know about Maltran?
Even if I told you, you wouldn't believe me.
My name's Saray.
He's the shepherd.
The shepherd? Truly, I do feel something special about you.
I believe this man possesses some resonance, however slight it may be.
But shepherd or no, no one has yet to believe a word I say.
It hurts when people don't believe you. I understand how that feels. But I found people who would listen to me and believe in me. And that saved me from the pain.
My word.
So please, tell us your story.
10 years ago or so, I served as a Knight of Rowlands in a conflict against the Kingdom of Highland. That is where I encountered her, Maltran, famed as the Blue Valkyrie. Before we could even react, in the blink of an eye, that lone woman had wiped out our entire unit. I turned tail and fled. I had no pride. I simply didn't want to die. As my cowardly legs carried me away, I glanced back at her. But she was being attacked by monsters, great lizards the size of men, wearing the armor of Highland.
Hellions!
I swear that I saw them. Saw those beasts swarm over her as she fell. And yet, Maltran is still alive.
I believe your story.
Thank you. You do have the way of the shepherd about you.
Show enough.
Please.
Show enough?
Continue to care for the people,
Oof.
especially poor lost souls such as me.
I will. Thank you.
That was painful, chat. Got Rose corsage. See, like, technically Rose should probably be wearing the Rose corsage. So oh, we're out of points. The top knot is worth a lot of points. Oh, I'll just leave it off for now. So let's figure out if we should see more cutscenes or not. Where should we go for cutscenes? So with the mural, we might get additional dialogue, even though I think we really don't need it from a plot standpoint. There was the place in the southwest of the other field, so I might try to teleport there real quick and see if we can actually progress there or if the game will just arbitrarily block us. So if we go to the pasture, and I don't remember if this is the right save point because it doesn't show the map for this. I think this might be the right one. No, it's not. Darn, we'll have to go south from here. But hey, we still have the wind-stepping movement speed, so it shouldn't be too long of a double check. I just want to see if this takes us to Boar's Ruin, because I'm pretty sure that's where we have to go to next. Let's hyperspeed along the edge of the kingdom here. And now that it's not raining, we can actually more easily see the kingdom, which is kind of nice. So in the meantime, we're going to just loop around this hill and double check what we could see over there. Even if it turns out to be... Oh, that looks really weird when we approach. Huh. Chat, why does the castle wall look like that? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? It has like ripple lines in it. That's really weird. It just it looked like the lines in like an older television. It's got like the scan lines. It's very strange. Guess those would be cathode tubes. I was trying to think of the term. Okay, so this is an area we couldn't go to before. We can rock smash this. So what is actually over here? So we have the power to continue. And again, we'll keep in mind that we still have a couple different ways we could go. The game is suggesting that we repeatedly go back to the mural. I just want to see if this will advance the plot or if we'll go into a evil, spooky place we can't leave. So unfortunately, we got more money, but the fast travel costs more money, so that kind of sucks. So I guess it's not super great to stockpile a lot of money, because it's just going to cost you a lot to save time. Well, let's boost Rose's attack power. I feel like she's been doing okay in combat so far. Not seeing any other chests as we go along this path, but hey, another save point. So if nothing else, chat, we'll save here, and we could teleport potentially back to the other cave. Because I think we got far enough in the other cave that we also got a save point there, but we'll double check. So where does this take us? Does this also take us to Boar's Ruin, or somewhere new? Ifried's hunting ground. Well, chat, I believe the name Ifried is the name of the captain from Zestiria, if I'm not mistaken. There is a building up here. I forget if it's a dungeon or a crucible. Yeah, I think it might be Captain Ifried from Zestiria. So it's kind of neat to see some of the names back and forth. I don't know why it's specifically his hunting ground from a lore perspective. Don't fully understand that, but that's okay. There's apparently a merchant up here. Oh, more importantly than the merchant, chat, there's a tutorial up there. And now that I've seen it, we can't ignore it anymore. So let's see, are any of these actually worth taking? Oh, interesting, chat. We could buy a calcite spear. And the only person that can use the spear at this point in the game is Alicia. And that's all we could buy. Well, I guess we'll buy this for the future. I'd prefer not to get... Oh, that's right, I can't take that place because it's not a shortcut for us. So we're going to try to get up here because there's herbs and treasure chests and a dungeon / crucible. So let's go check it out. So let's just remove the obstacles between us and the target. I feel like when they did this game, I feel like they were very happy with the way you interact with the environment in this game compared to the other Tales games, like literally punching through the rock. So I feel like there's a lot more of those kinds of actions that ended up in Zestiria. Which is very amusing when you rock smash in Zestiria, because that's not really a thing in the other Tales games. So again, we're going to check every single cliff, because we could end up getting more herbs. Or in this case, we have a Norman. So speaking of which, I just want to make sure our Norman detecting talent is basically maxed.
You're there, aren't you?
So its name is Slow. Sure. So we're doing an okay job, I think, with the Norman. We'll probably do when we are basically at the end of the game and I'm ready for the series of sub-events, I think we'll try to find all the Norman. There's no benefit to getting them early, honestly, because also the downside of finding them early is that you have to put them on equipment you have at the time. So technically, you probably shouldn't collect many of them, if at all, until you're at the end of the game. In any case, let's make sure she's back on snack prep, which we've been leveling quite a bit. So again, as it continues to level, we'll get more grade every time it ticks. Grim Color. This weapon is pretty bad. If we could get an upgrade for this, it would be very beneficial to us. So she loses 55 art attack, but she gains another 80 or so in attack. This is definitely worth it for us. Also, it adds defense, and considering she has no defense, this is probably for the best. So that was actually a good upgrade to get. So we could have gone here a little earlier. We could have had it, I think, for the Medusa fight. But it's fine. We'll take it into the next dungeon. Again, we're looking for sparkles and all sorts of other things, because those indicate the herbs. So we have another attack power increaser, which we could give to Rose. So hey, more damage for her. Featherlight Steps. Let's see. Those are the female boots. So she loses focus but gets actually no, she gets more focus. She only loses some defense. I don't think that's worth it for her, honestly. This is probably worth it for us because we're going to merge with her, so getting the percentages might be more beneficial for us. So we can see there's a save point up there. That might be a crucible. We're gonna go ahead and explore. So there's yet another dungeon in the distance. So I think this place is the Earth dungeon that's up here. I'm not sure if the game will let us go there yet or not. We'll see. I don't know who you are, but leave us alone. Well, apparently they're just threatening us. We lost hope in this world 500 years ago. We have no interest in what befalls it. Blessings, the Lord of Calamity, none of it. My only desire is to live quietly with her. I don't remember. Were those two characters in Zestiria? I mean, we met a couple of Seraphs / Molochs in that game, but I don't recall specifically. There were some that hung around a dungeon in that game, and I won't say its name because it'll actually come up in this game eventually. Resistant shoes. Not great. Oops, let's go ahead and go this way. So it looks like we are definitely going to the Earth dungeon, because I remember this place. Hello, optional fight. I don't know how difficult you are. We've been leveling a lot, but they're kind of difficult regardless. Hi, Maven. You seem to just kind of know where we should be at most points. How he got past here when we rock smashed and beat us here, I don't really know. So he's giving some more cryptic advice. I guess we could see who this is for. The Walish Ruins. Interesting, interesting. Well, since we're in a side area, we'll come out for one brief second, because there's one thing we definitely didn't collect. Other than the herbs. We'll take the herbs as well. Ooh, magic defense +3. Nice. I'd like that on the protagonist. I thought I saw a monument up here, or was I mistaking this rock for the monument? I'll feel kind of sad if that was the case. Oh, no. Maybe it's over further. Yeah, I think it's over further. Let's go get the tutorial, chat. That's far more important than side content. Oh, that boar almost got us.
Snacks are up.
Oof, barely outran it there. X-ray glasses. I guess to show it off. I think it's just the spiral. Yeah, it's just the spiral glasses. We've seen those in other games. So if I get a zoom in, this might be a better way to showcase the item. I'll put her back on the rose corsage for now. Oh, we phased briefly into the monster. So again, if we're going to try that other optional fight, we should probably collect these first, because I mean, this is just free damage. We have no reason not to do this. So let's go ahead and destroy these rocks, because they're in our way. Yeah, I see a tutorial down there, chat. Our point of interest detection's already maxed, so unless I think we are going to miss a actual point of interest versus just a tutorial, I don't see the point in equipping it at the moment. So we're finding more snacks, which is great. We got a holy bottle, which is kind of useful. There's also an herb up here, which gives more defense, which is good because Rose's defense is terrible. Now let's check the wisdom written in an ancient tongue. Switching. Jeez, game, really? Chat, I feel like we've gotten this tutorial already. You know what? I'm actually 100% certain we got this tutorial already. Yeah, remember it says if you prioritize the quick stops, you can lower the attack rate in the strategy menu. We have definitely received that tutorial again. That is definitely a repeat tutorial. That is an Zestiria moment. 100% have read that already. I don't know why that's even here. So we're not going to go off the north side because that would just deposit us past the one-way point. Oh, I should probably fight this monster, actually.
Ready, everyone?
Because then we could get more blast gauge.
Untamed, vicious boars become hellions like this.
Watch out! Its charge attack could bore you to death. You'd been waiting to say that.
Freezing strike! Strike!
Oh, I'm being juggled. That's not good.
Well done. Whoa! Yeah!
I'm not done yet.
Ready? Yes! More of wind! Violent projection! Looks like we win!
Apparently we leveled up off of that, so that wasn't too bad. Speaking of which, how is our equipment proficiency doing? Oh, we're maxed with a few different things, but I don't think we have any good alternatives, unfortunately. So if I do this one, like, I lose so much defense. It's just absolutely not worth it to me. With how quick the characters already die, like, no way. Oh my gosh, so we're gonna go ahead and save, and then we're gonna try to fight that optional monster. We just have to get a feel for how hard these monsters are. I mean, we've been leveling quite a bit, and we have gotten some optional orbs out of the way, but there are a lot of bosses in the overworld we have decided not to fight because they were just way outside our level. But we're now approaching the low 30s, so I suppose we could see how difficult...
I hate busy work like this.
We could see how difficult that this particular monster is. Actually, speaking of which, I should just eat an item to prepare ourselves for it. Like something that maybe increases our damage. Yeah, in next battle, attack 8%. I mean, that would potentially speed up the fight, which has been a big issue with these.
We can't...
So this thing is fire and wind would be recommended. Also, it's interesting that we have the screen paused here. And it pauses the monster, but background elements like the wind and the butterflies are still moving. So anyway, so I suppose I'm going to swap in Lila for me.
Let's take them all down!
It's a mutant hellion type of spider.
Well, it sure looks the part.
It has a very cunning personality, and as for its characteristics,
This is no time for babble. Let's go.
We had a decent combo going. I mean, we got through almost half its health, even though the indicator does not look like I'm at half health. And our companion died instantly, because of course it did.
Gravity rules everything. Take this.
Okay, I'm just gonna stall for our allies to do some damage. Even though Earth is what it's strong against, I just want to stall for our allies to revive. Alright, we're gonna heal our ally because she's too dumb to heal. Again, we're just stalling for our actual companions to revive, because we lost all the people that could deal with this monster. Oh, that was unfortunate. Fortunately, we had backup Malix, so we didn't die instantly. Game, really? Did you really split me apart into the attack of the monster? Did you really just do that? That was obnoxious, chat. That was 100% obnoxious. Whatever. We've already died. I'm not gonna get any grade for this. Again, the goal is to stall for our Malix to live. So any hit stun we have here is definitely worth it. I don't know why it put me in melee range there, but I didn't appreciate it. So we're getting close. Again, I would like to build a little meter here. Oh, and Rose used a hidden art on the enemy, so the enemy gets an instant spell cast. Oh, I actually dodged that manually. That felt good. Lila's trying to melee because she has nothing else to do. So we're just going to try to stall so that she's able to do something. I'm glad our spell was just blocked arbitrarily by the game. Thank you, game.
Arrow Squall! Pierce the skies! Arrow Squall! Pierce the skies! Lord of Fire!
There we go. We stalled for our ally companion. So I'm going to split apart and sub in the wind element user.
Lord of Wind! Not this time! You feel it? Soul Resonance! Purgatory of Flame! Strike! Feel my wind!
Oh no! No! Oh my gosh, I hate that so much, chat. I hate that. Why is this a mechanic in this game? It's so unfair. Oh my gosh, chat. This is so terrible. So I lost because I was comboing the enemy. The enemy just arbitrarily got out of my combo, and because I didn't realize the enemy dropped in the combo, it instantly started spellcasting, and because I have a multi-hit move, it just instantly causes the enemy to spellcast on you. This is just terrible. Like, honestly. Oh my gosh. I don't even want to talk about, like, the hard mode version of this. Like, this is just garbage, chat. I feel annoyed enough that I might redo that fight. So before I do that, I want to build more blast gauge, and we're gonna redo that fight with more blast gauge. Because our big issue there was that our ally companion just literally ran out of blast gauge. So hopefully with this, we'll build up enough that everybody starts to get enough. So I'm up to 2 meters, which is more than I had before, which is good. So again, I'm just going to block repeatedly to build extra gauge. See, Rose is now at 3, so she's a lot safer. Dezel's almost at 2. And she burns it, of course. Of course. I need to tell the AI to stop using it sometimes. Like, that was not a good time to Mystic Art, so we're going to fight one more battle because she burned all of her blast gauge, which is absolutely what we don't want to have happen. Also, I'm not sure how my meter went down. I don't remember using it on anything just then. Okay, at least I'm back to basically where I was before.
Is that your sword style?
Okay, so let's save and try this again. So I think I was doing well. It's just that the game punishes you for merging. Like, to me, I don't understand why they did this from a game game mechanic standpoint. So they gave like the bosses super armor, but then like if you're merged, you just instantly lose. Like it's just so dumb.
It's a mutant Hellion type of spider.
Well, it sure looks the part.
It has a very cunning personality, and as for its characteristics,
This is no time for babble. Let's go.
Let's give it up!
Okay, we seem to be doing okay-ish now. We just have to get past the part where it starts spellcast spamming, so I might have to remain split apart. So I don't think I can afford to merge at any point, or else we might lose. It seems resistant to almost everything I have. So one thing I do have that would do okay against it is, if I do True Fang, it's wind. But do I have anything that's anti-spider? Oh, it counts as a crustacean for some reason. Not what I was thinking about. No, I don't have anything that's anti-crustacean. The best I can really do is keep holding left while I attack. And that'll give me water and wind. I think that's the best I could do. And then if the enemy happens to get stunned, I'll hit up to do Tiger Blade. That attack is obnoxious, though.
How's this? Attack, Fell Beast! Get on! How's this?
Ocean Blitz! Break on through!
And unfortunately, she is combined with the Water Moloch, which does no damage. I'm gonna sub out the wind for fire, so that way he could heal.
Ready? No escape!
arts are effective on crustacean aliens.
Alright, let's heal ourselves a bit. Alright, so we're at better health totals. Miklio's dead. So unfortunately now I'm low on meter, so I'm in big trouble when stuff like that happens. Nope, 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 nope. So I could game over at any point. No, don't heal our ally companion. They're so dumb. There we go. I mean, I separated just so I could interrupt this.
It won't end here.
Come on. Like, chat, do you see that? Like, that's not fair. That is not fair at all. Like, I was in the middle of a combo and it just, like, hit me still. It's not fair, chat. And it just resisted my attack again for some reason. Who knows, chat? I don't know why it just arbitrarily gets super armor. Like, I wasn't even repeating a move there. It just dropped out on, like, the first hit. Like, chat, are you watching them, like, completely not able to hit the Spider Queen? That was 2 separate spells that were not able to hit the boss. Oh, Zestiria. Your super armor is so dumb. It is so dumb. At least the boss is almost dead. I just need to... not merge, but I need to do something for some damage. And unfortunately, they're not doing anything that the boss is strong against. No! Oh my gosh, Rose almost instantly causing the enemy to do that is so scary. Like, that's outside of my control when that happens, chat.
Ready? Earth Dragon Bang! How's this?
It's so close to death, chat.
Strike! It's over! Destroy! Burn! Die! No escape!
Oh, and it's just super armoring everything again. There we go.
It's over!
So stressful, chat. It's like hard for all the wrong reasons. Like there, like I couldn't... It hit me backwards somehow. Okay. Please die. And unfortunately, unless they do an attack the boss is weak against, Crustacean, which Saray doesn't have, I'm kind of at the mercy of our ally companions.
No escape! It's time!
Just die.
Howling Blade! Full Tempest!
Oh, not enough. Because it was ineffective. Very close, though. Ugh. Stressful, chat. It's so dumb. Like, it literally is just like... It's just like, roll the dice. Roll the dice. Your ally will randomly cause the boss to get super armor. Your ally will randomly be doing a hidden art that will randomly get punished by the boss casting a spell, and the spells do, like, your entire health total, and it makes no sense. I don't know why it's like that. It's just big frowny face on the game design moment there. You know what, chat? I'm including that as an Zestiria. There were so many moments the boss just, like, walked out on, like, the first hit of a combo, and it really just didn't make any sense. Chat, think about how nonsense that was on normal. Could you imagine if I had been trying to play this on the highest difficulty like I would on the other Tales games? Like, how unfun that would be? Like, just... Because keep in mind, on the higher difficulties, the bosses cast even faster. So right now, the casting speed is, like, reasonable for the most part. So, like, the higher level arts will take longer to cast. Whereas, like, if you're playing on the highest difficulty in this game, they might as well just be insta-cast, as far as I'm concerned. So there we go. We're slowly building up all of our other moves. I think the moves in yellow are the combined forms that we're seeing. So we're going to be learning new attacks with Lila and Mikleo soon. And the only thing we have up next is Healing Circle, which I'm okay with. So there we go, chat. Persistence. And sadly, you know, we gained health from it, and it doesn't matter. Like, it could give us, like, 80 health. It just doesn't matter, because the boss will do, like, 2,000 damage. So unless we beat, like, every single optional boss, I will not really see any benefit of beating them, honestly. Like, we'll still die instantly to all the same silly nonsense that we've seen before. That's definitely an Zestiria moment. But I think that boss fight encapsulates why... I think when I first played the game, I was like, I don't feel like it's me with this game and the difficulty. There's just so much that is not in your control when you play the game, when you have allies. That's a good example of it. I don't think we fought the Dumpus here.
It's like super wriggly.
Its entire body is like its weapon. Dang! Ready?
I'm assuming they're weak. Oh, they're weak to Earth. Not what I thought.
Let's keep it up. How's this?
So again, I'm gonna guard every now and then just to build more meter.
Hang on, everyone! It's over! Ready?
There we go. Not too bad combat-wise. Goodbye, Dumpus.
Tiger Blade! How's this? Wow, what a cool weapon! Think I could use it too?
You can try.
Okay, so we've seen that skip before, so I'm just gonna go ahead and skip it. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, the system very much feels rigged against you. It's not... And again, most of the time, the combos will drop, usually not because of you. Like, I will cause the combo to drop, for example, when I try to switch forms too closely to a boss, because for whatever reason, that also causes combos to drop, which I don't honestly appreciate when that happens. But, like there, like, our two allies did 2 separate spell casts, and the boss took, I think, more than 5 steps, and was still not able to be hit by any spell. It was pretty silly. So I'm glad we got more magic defense, because usually the way I will game over in this game is it's kind of rare for it to be melee, unless the enemy is just, like, super high level. 9 out of 10 times later in the game, it'll be because I'm fighting something, our ally uses a hidden art, and I die. Because I'll just get instant spellcast on. Which I'm glad they removed in Berseria. I'm really, really glad they removed that in Berseria. Because that was just so obnoxious. Or at least there's, like, some mechanics that are in Berseria, but it's nowhere near as ridiculous as it is in this game. Okay, so we have a couple of paths we could take. All of them seem like dead ends, so we'll start with this one. Speaking of which, since we're in a new area and I'm not sure where the point of interest is, let me put on the point of interest detection, just to make sure we don't miss it. Okay, we got a lot of money. That isn't necessarily something we want if you don't have the key to open this door. Okay, so we know we need a key. Let's fight you, Orc Groomer.
Orc Groomer? What does it groom?
You want to know? They take care of horses and...
That'll do, thanks.
Hello, Wall. We meet again. Oh, Zestiria, please. That's Zestiria camera chat. Just like come on.
So, you think I could use that weapon?
Like chat, do you believe they honestly play tested this? When you go to dungeons like this and that happens, I don't think they play tested it, chat. I don't believe it. Like how would they not know? Like they made most of the dungeons like these narrow corridors, and they built they have a camera that doesn't work in narrow corridors. It's truly baffling, chat. I'm like, I doubt. Just express doubt. Like, I don't think so, chat. Alright, so we have yet another door. But we can open these. Oh, and there's some kind of eye tentacle thing. Yeah, it is a floating eye. Well, unfortunately, we still don't have the treasure chest key for this, but we could get money from here, I guess. Gooey stuff. Well, restore everyone's initial SC. Guess we could have some of that. Art defense up. You know what? That seems to be what kills us the most. Maybe this would help us to just make a ton of chocolate gelatos. Maybe we'll not die instantly, chat. Well, we're at a phenomenal 48,000 gold for how little I do combat. But I suppose it's also because there's literally nothing worth purchasing in the game. It's weird that I'm playing an RPG that's so equipment-based and how little of the time I care about the drops or the merchants in this game. It's very interesting, that dynamic. So what is this called? Division. So I need water and wind. So I'm already set up for this boss. It could fire lasers and oh no, and can cast seraphic arts. It's rather easy to hit. We should coordinate our attack so it doesn't have a chance to strike back at us when we're vulnerable. So chat, why don't we change strategies? Because I do not trust our allies to not completely mess us up on this. So we should say... I'm going to tell them to just interfere with arts, chat. I'm hoping this will tell them to not be dumb. Also, Rose is set... Chad, I want to remind you, Rose is set to defend recover when HP less than 50%, and we've seen it at least 4 battles where she just refuses to heal herself. So, we'll see how this goes, chat. We have a few different items if we really need to push through it. Like, we haven't picked up any new apple gels, but we do have a lot of peach gels, and we do have a couple life bottles to kind of get through this.
I feel like I'm really being stared at.
Well, I mean, it is an eye.
I guess that is kind of the whole point, huh?
Tiger Blade! Let's keep it up! That's what I do!
And it just super armored through me.
I need a head vessel!
Wow, this is like on a completely different difficulty level. Huh.
Violent project torrent spear! Gale Phantom! Gale Phantom!
Yeah, this might not be beatable, chat.
To the back! You feel it? Soul Resonance! You feel it? Soul Resonance!
So, I mean, we're doing some damage here, so I'll hold off for now. I have the... Yeah, this looks bad indeed.
Go! Whirlwind Slash! Carve my path!
Oh, I don't want to do that attack. Whatever that is, I never want to do that again. I hate that attack.
Feel my wind!
Again, our goal is to just basically interrupt the enemy as much as possible. We're halfway through its health bar, which is kind of good.
You Soul resonance!
So fortunately, when I'm Dazzle, I can heal her as well as me. So this kind of prolongs our ability to deal with this enemy. Oh no.
Retreat for now.
But do you see what I mean, chat? Like, there's nothing I could really do about that.
Don't push yourself, Lila.
Oh, that's cute. I hit the boss, but it didn't interrupt it. Come on, really? There we go.
No use defending.
Yeah, our ally just keeps dying over and over and over again. All we can really do is try to stall. Oh, I actually dodged that. I'm impressive with myself, chat. I actually dodged that. What's its health at? Ooh, we still have a lot to go. Okay, she managed to heal me with that, so that was actually not bad. Oh no, dodge. Dazzle died. Okay, keep interrupting its spells, because I don't trust our allies to do so.
It's over.
Okay, I figured just having another attacker here wouldn't be too bad. Okay, chat, I think we're through the worst of it.
Be careful. Crimson Edge. Almost fight evil.
We're so close, chat. It's got so little health. Just die. Zero grade, chat. We earned absolutely nothing. Oh my gosh. Oh, what a monstrous series of fights. Also, I think Edna will not level because she died. Yeah, she died, so she didn't get any experience. See, like, how do I tell the allies while I'm trying to combo this boss to swap? Because it's not my ally I want to swap.
This one is special.
I want them to... Yeah, this one is definitely special. I wish they substituted out her for Mikleo. I don't know why she didn't do that, but I was way too scared to swap control to her and then manually swap and then swap back. Because if at any point I let the boss cast a spell, I think it would have been over. So I think I only died once, maybe twice, but there were 12 deaths overall, so our team definitely let us down big time. Oh, chat. Oh, chat. Oh, yeah. Of course we got a tutorial. Of course. Oh no. Oh, chat. Well, we did it in one try, so things are going a little better. I mean, unfortunately, you know, not everybody leveled with us, which was kind of unfortunate. But I guess I'll do this, just to give them a slight chance. So our health total is going up. So I'm learning to just basically give up on trying to armatize, because it is just completely pointless. Saray does not have the right moves to stun the boss. Unless I start learning to play with Rose, I don't really see a way around it if I wanted to continue as is, because there are just... Oh, is this a...
What's that?
Oh, yeah, thanks, point of interest detection. I'm glad you detected it when I was this close to the giant monolith. Apparently, this is not the tutorial I can't talk today. Tutorial monolith.
Huh? How on earth?
Crazy how big
chat.
rocks can get.
No, it's not that.
Okay, sheesh. Crazy how big boulders get. That better?
I think Saray's more hung up on how the crazy big rock got into these ruins.
Yeah, it clearly dwarfs the entranceway, and that doesn't even address the issue of why it was even placed here.
Maybe even hundreds of years ago. There were still folks like you who got a kick out of weird objects.
Well, who says they hold it in here? Maybe the ruins were built around the rock and not vice versa.
That's it! This has to be a shrine to the rock itself!
It's possible this rock was even a vessel.
You can't fathom the true meaning of legends until you've seen their history with your own eyes.
Oh, hey, like what you and Maven were talking about.
Yeah, but now I understand. It's not enough just to use your eyes. Thanks, Rose.
Thanks for...
When conventional thinking is hitting a wall, sometimes it takes people whose brains are wild and untamed. People like you.
Pretty sure my brain's standard issue?
She has no idea.
Here you go!
Sorry about that. So I was saying, yeah, all hail the rock, but I was also saying that, oh boy, the game is just so punishing on those boss fights. So just imagine again that if the boss had even faster cast times, if the boss did even more damage, the boss had even more defense. Like, what level do you think you would even have to be realistically to beat that monster? And like, how many hours do you think you would have to dedicate just to have a chance at defeating something like the Beholder, which is not very friendly to us? I'm hoping for not money at this point, and unfortunately we keep getting really crappy rings. Like, we've been able to purchase Fatigue Ward since like forever, and it's like slightly better in terms of focus than the other one. But I'd rather have the magic defense because that's just what insta-kills us in every boss battle. It's just silly, chat. Again, I'm not really concerned about the boss's physical attack power most of the time. It's just nothing but magic damage. Regular encounters, I care more about the physical strikes, because I feel like that is what hurts us. So those... Oh, I was going to say 2 Norman, and I realized one of them was a herb. So let me switch to... Oops. Let me switch to the Norman for the win for increased detection.
It's here.
So now we're going to learn Poison. I'll give it to Mikleo. Ooh, max health up, please. Please, Rose needs so much help. I think chat would agree. She needs so much HP to live.
Yeah! Tiger Blade! Let's get up!
Don't let up!
Sword Rain!
Oh, I unlocked Sword Rain. Nice. I don't think I had Sword Rain before. Oh, now I have the Anticrustation. Thanks, game. Thanks. Welcome to why I don't like Zestiria. Wouldn't that have been nice to have Sword Rain prior to doing anything else? That would have been nice.
Sword Rain! That's the way! Yeah! Let's get him! Everyone okay?
I'm shaking my head, chat. I'm shaking my head. Like, again, I feel like some of these boss battles would not be so bad if, 1, you had way more blast gauge gain, 2, the game actually just gave you the moves you need for the boss because of just how dependent you are on hitting the weak points, and then 3, I really wish they didn't insta-cast arts when you have allies with you. If it was just a 1v1 kind of scenario and I was the only character alive, then I would be more okay with it because it would still be like my kind of mistake. Although I still feel like them super armoring into the Mystic Art punish, or not Mystic Art, but the Seraphic Art punish is just... That's still obscene. But it wouldn't be as bad. But unfortunately, we're dealing with Rose, who likes to spam hidden arts, and that will get us killed a lot. I might even have her just not do them. I'm thinking about it. I think I could tell her not to do that. No. No, I don't seem to be able to do that. Never mind. So we did not find a key for the bottom part of the ruins. I guess the best we could do, I forget if we checked the room over there or not, but we could go through the southern entrance. I feel like we went that way. So I'm just going to do the wiggles as I walk. So, surprisingly, we were able to kill some of those. So I guess if we were to technically go back to the... I almost want to call them the Mermaid Caves, but I forget what it's really called. But if we go back to the caves where we got the Laston Bell Seraph, I know there was a monster there we couldn't defeat. Yeah, I just feel like the bosses in this game are not worth our time. Oh, something to finally restore BG during battle. Yeah, I feel like due to how quickly we could get grade with food items, I don't really see the purpose in not using items in boss battles at this point going forward, just due to the difficulty of them. Like, we'll try to get the early grade just to help us with, like, the treasure restoration. So that's why I was trying not to do it, and that's also a bad Tails habit in this game, because you absolutely want to use items. Unless you just really feel masochistic, and or you've grinded a lot. Yeah, we're gonna try to hold on to our... I'm just realizing that this is just the other side of this room. So I think we don't have a key to continue, so we're gonna have to come back here once we get an item from presumably outside the dungeon, because I don't think I missed a chest. And as we've seen before, a lot of the optional dungeons, usually the game will give us a reason to come back to them, whether it's for an Irish gem or potentially more plot. So we'll leave this dungeon for now. Trying to think what else we could do as part of cleanup. So I suppose, just to make sure we get the cutscene, we should probably go back to the forest at some point. And then from there, I guess we could try going to the cave that was south of the forest. Let's have a quick save here, and let us use our ability to teleport. So let's see, that would have been the Tinagel Ruins. So we could teleport all the way to the mural, so let's do so. So let's see, do we get any optional content? Oh, I forgot there was a chest here. So I guess it's good we went here to get a very probably weak item. Yeah, this is just sad. That just doesn't help us at all. Okay,
This ruin dates from the Temperance of Avarost? This is a huge find!
No kidding. A mysterious ruin, only mentioned in the Celestial Record once in passing.
Okay, so this is giving us the locations of each of them. So it says one in the north part of Lake Haven Heights in the east, so that's the Water Temple. One in Ifrit's Hunting Ground, that's the Earth Temple. Another in Byroclef Ridge. I forget which one is the Fire and the Wind Temple. Western Bulk Gorge might be the Wind Temple. Yes. Looking at the map itself, yeah, that seems to be correct. So I guess this is what the map of the continent looks like that we're on. So we know Lady Lake would have been where the arrow was, roughly. So I think at this point, what we should try to do is, I think it might be worth just exiting this place normally. Because we have to look for the kids. So they might be at the entrance of this particular place. Also, it seems like the items have respawned, so that's nice. And again, if we get into any additional fights, we might be able to improve the Lord of the Land here. I think his name was... Well, Syndra was here. I thought it was Oish. But it's fine, we'll continue forward. So we'll save ourselves a little bit of money. And they said before that the Assassin's Guild has cleared out, but we could still use the inn here. I suppose we could just rest. Yeah, Chad, I'm not sure what happened to Wish. I think he just kind of disappeared. So I don't remember a cutscene saying he wouldn't linger here. Unless he went with the assassins as well. I mean, that's the only other thing I can think of that would kind of make sense. It definitely wasn't Syndra or whoever that just was. So let's check out the entrance of these ruins. See if the kids are lingering around here. And indeed they are. Oh.
It's the kids. The ones hunting soldiers.
They're dead.
Did the army do it?
Doubtful. They wouldn't leave corpses in the open like this, nor would they go to such extremes.
Who else could it be? Thank goodness! One's still alive!
We did what they asked. Why?
Saray, watch out!
Why did you kill them?
Uh-oh.
Return to boy!
Could it be that she...
I don't know. We'll deal with that later.
We must purify her.
Hey, I actually swapped mid-combo successfully. You know, why did our allies just stop attacking there? I gave them so much time to continue that combo, chat. That's so disappointing. Apparently they're resistant to water, but I don't think it matters. Yeah, I was gonna say, this is very, I'm gonna say Kamoana of her, and I'll leave it at that. So we need a little more gauge before I can Mystic Guard. So let's take advantage of this. Ooh, 100 hits, chat. That felt good.
Here's the skies!
Arrow
Squall! Here's the skies!
Vermilion Crescent!
Arrow Squall!
Pillars of Flame!
Blue Flurry!
Get lost! No escape!
Aim and fire!
Ooh, I'm out of meter. So this boss is almost dead.
Saints Arrow! Ocean Blitz! Here's the skies!
Again, we have to kind of rely on our allies for now. So I can kind of continue the combo with water, because my attacks kind of last forever.
Blistering bangs!
Like there, see, she only did a single strike and then backed off. There we go, I interrupted that manually. I didn't want our ally to die. We're actually doing pretty good on this boss battle. Wait, it actually hit me? There we go, interrupted the boss again.
This isn't over! This isn't over! Return to boy! You know close! Sword flare! Phantasm flash! Return to boy!
Pillars of Flame!
You know nothing!
Break
Ready?
through!
Burning
Charge!
The boss is really close to death.
Blue Rock Relay! Blue Flurry!
There we go. Didn't quite get the Mystic Art, but that should work.
But she was the only one we could save.
Hey, over there!
Oh, he's still breathing!
Whoa there, Mr. Shepard. What's going on?
Oh, there's Oish.
Oish! Perfect timing!
We need help!
Let's start with the treatment. Just leave the young'uns to me. Neither of them have mortal injuries, but they're not waking up yet.
Did our purification fail?
No, it's more of a psychological kind of deal.
What on earth could have happened to them?
He beat us. We did what we were told and lived as bandits.
He? So you guys were hired by someone?
Yeah, we weren't sure we wanted to keep hunting lone soldiers. Then he told us there was an easier way to make money. We did what we were told and attacked the carrier, and he bought all the stolen freight for a high price. He even promised us that he'd hook us up with legit jobs soon after.
So who is this guy?
I don't know. Our leader was the only one who talked to him, and I'm not that smart.
Probably smarter than Rose.
We believed in him because we always wanted to have honest jobs. But then he said he was gonna destroy all the evidence and sent a bunch of soldiers and killed everybody.
Destroy all the evidence?
We were so foolish. I've never been smart, but I'm so disappointed in myself. Please, avenge them. They took all our money, too. We only have this, but please.
And Earth and Historia.
Don't worry. The scattered bones will see your request through.
Rose.
Wait, that's all we earned? Wait, I killed the foe with the Banish Blast. No one died. I didn't use items, and that's the total amount of grade we got? Also, landed 10 hits, grade 0.24. Game, I landed way more than 10 hits, spoiler. Spoiler, chat, spoiler. Did the hit counter break? What happened? Well, that was a absolutely garbage amount of grade, chat. Oh, Zestiria. There's just something not right with your grade system. Well, anyway, everybody lived this time, so this is more level ups. Yeah, the grade makes no sense in this game, chat. They were trying to experiment with it, and they really heavily weighted the negative factors to like completely cancel out the good ones. But then sometimes you have moments like this where it's like, why did I earn like no grade for a basically perfect encounter? Like, I can get more just by arbitrarily fighting some wolf than I did a boss that I did fairly well on. Like, we took a bit long in the timer, so that's why we didn't get like another bonus, but still, like the fact that we still did not get above 3 is phenomenal, really. Oh, so we have a new ability here, Normal. Unleashing a Mystic Art with 30 or more hits reduces the required BG for each character by 1. Oh, that's actually pretty useful, chat. Because a lot of the times we're kind of struggling to get that last BG for the Mystic Art. Like, we actually had trouble on that boss getting the right amount of BG. So, that's good. That's actually pretty useful for us. We didn't get a... We still haven't beaten the 30k damage for Armatize. That's actually pretty difficult to do. Unless we make the enemies have more health. Although we've almost had 200 banishes, so we're getting there. Conditions to acquire 0 out of 0. You know what? I'll count that as an Zestiria moment. it just doesn't tell you. I'm assuming this is plot related, but it still should probably say something other than 0 out of 0 attained. So we just need to keep using more Mystic Arts, and we should get more abilities. So now our AP is finally getting used, so that's kind of nice. And look at that, Saray has almost 2,000 health, and Edna, I think just a session ago or so, was at 1,000 health, so she's almost doubled her health. So that's a good sign. I'd like for her to not explode instantly. Let's take the orb. Purple Iris Gem. Eek. Many shepherds gather at the shrine of Mount Hellas. They celebrate a new shepherd.
Was that a marriage ceremony? And there were a whole bunch of shepherds there too.
It looked like it took place at the Shrine Church in Pendrago. And that was Moutellus's crest.
Was his Prime Lord Moutelus?
Please excuse me for a moment.
Uh-oh, she took off. Almost like you were picking on her.
I'll count that, chat. I'll count that.
I know.
Well, judging from circumstantial evidence, I'd say there's a major chance that Moutelus is mixed up in this somehow.
Yeah. For that many shepherds to exist at once, you'd need a power on par with the 5 lords.
Yeah. But let's leave the speculation at that for now.
So long as we're gabbing about it, Lila's stuck in there.
Oops. Sorry, I forgot.
So one thing I just want to ask the chat.
Are you really going to take on his request?
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I kinda already did.
Huh. Are you sure this is okay? I hate to sound harsh, but those children were accomplices in a crime.
Yeah. Meaning in this case, the mercenaries punished the group of thieves who caused them all this trouble. But, I mean, those kids were just trying to survive. They knew they were doing a bad thing, and they were trying to break free of that vicious cycle. Someone took advantage of that and murdered them. What those kids did was wrong. But even so, the one who betrayed them was just as wrong.
Maybe, but...
Sorry. I don't know the right answer to this.
I'm not blaming you. Sorry if I made you feel that way. And it's not like it's just their problem.
Huh?
Just don't worry about it. Seriously. I'll totally do the detective work. If it's a Hellion thing, it's all you.
All right.
Let's find out who's behind it all first.
You got it. Oh yeah, almost forgot. I should ask Agil to look after these kids.
So we got Scatterbone's mask title leveled up. I guess we could take a look at that. That is really demonic looking. Why is it that color? Is it just due to the outfit? I'm so confused. That was not the color of her original mask, right? Wasn't it more like a brown? I don't remember it looking like this. I kind of want to see her face, but I feel like this kind of works more. Let me just move it down. Also, it's like merged into her forehead for some reason. I'm not sure if there's a good way I can put this on her. I kind of wanted it to be like hanging around her, but it's kind of too tall for that. Yeah, let's just exit. I was kind of hoping, well, I could put like a small version of it on her somewhere, but I feel like the amount of effort for that is a little too much even for me. So I will go back to the rose corsage. Sort of like how we had the sunglasses around the protagonist's shoulders. I kind of wanted something like that. So let's see, what else could we clean up since we're here? So I'm glad we came back here. We've been steadily leveling. If the chat wants it, I can spend time on it, don't get me wrong, but... To me, I'd like to see the face expressions in the cutscenes. So for me, when you have something that completely blocks like the lips and the eyes, I feel like that detracts from it. Where other things I just think are goofy, but I could kind of follow the cutscenes still. Was there somewhere else we could have gone? The Cambria Caverns. Yeah, this might be the location I was trying to think of. So this would have been where we got the last in Bell. I keep wanting to say Malik because I'm so used to Berseria, but the Seraph. So we've gained a level. Are we strong enough to deal with this is the question. So this is still level 35. So the one we fought before was level 36, so this is technically easier. So it is resist. So we need fire and wind again. So we need Fiend and Serpent. Let's double check what we have that could deal with that specifically. Oh, yeah, I should probably check some of these. Oh, Crimson Edge. Yeah, maybe I could do this. So if I hit right on the stick, it should be okay there. Okay, so we should be able to start our combo off with Crimson Edge. Is there anything in here that would help us, though? Like, can we hit Fiend while we're in here? I thought I just saw it. Oh, so if we just end it neutral. Okay, we might be able to do that. So I could just do kind of like a normal combo, and then I could get attack up with Tiger Blade. Maybe that'll work.
It's a 9-headed serpent. This'll be tough.
So it has 9 heads? Where?
Take a gander at the bottom.
Ew! Its legs are like snakes!
Phantasm Flash! I got you!
Oh, we were doing so much damage there? Wow.
Crimson Edge! Sonic Thrust! Return to void!
So again, I'm going to make sure we hit all of its weak points. Oh, I ran out of SP, I think.
No escape! How's this?
So that was all of its weaknesses, basically. Actually, out of curiosity, in this game, oh, that's not a thing in this game. So in Berseria, you can actually see which weaknesses you've hit in a combo because it lights up the attribute that you've hit. So like the weakness would flash if I got it in a combo, and Fiend and Apodus / the Serpent would have flashed if we got it in the combo.
Tiger Blade!
So we're actually doing... Oh, no. Well, that was just unfair. So chat. How unfair was that? I was not hitting a button. Our ally hit an Ardid. Instantly died. So unfair, chat. So unfair. I'm gonna heal our companion and then ourselves.
No escape! Multiple currents!
Silliness, chat. Silliness. Oh, it just ignored my attack. That's cool. Why is my other attack not coming out? Oh, there it is.
Ready? Be gone! No,
Game? Game? Oh, you made me Dazzle? Why did it do that? Not at all what I wanted to have happen. Alright, I dodged that. Well, this is kind of annoying. I kind of don't want to merge with Rose. Wow, that instantly killed me. Are you kidding me? Okay, I want to not play as him. I must have held guard or something weird. There we go. I must have been holding guard when I hit left or something weird, because I did not want to switch over to Dazzle at any point.
I need a hand! Don't push yourself, Lila! Ready? No escape!
Versatile ranged attacks.
Cry out! Rising Sand!
There we go.
What a formidable opponent!
Ooh, scary. Again, we're not going to get any grade, but hey, we're getting a lot of experience. And I think... Oh, no, somebody died. Never mind. I was going to say, I think everybody got experience, then I double-checked. So we did it. We got more health. We're getting closer to 2,000 health, which is good, because then we can survive more nonsense. But yeah, something weird happened. I must have been holding guard or something when I was trying to swap out a partner, because I was suddenly not in control of Saray, and I was like, that was not intentional. Again, I think the way Berseria handles the character swap in this game is so much better, because you just hit the D-pad in Berseria. You don't have to... I don't have to hold guard plus left trigger plus D-pad or something weird just to get it to go through. Oh, Zestiria, your controls are such a mess. Well, anyway, this... Oh, actually, it looks like I increased their enemy level by 5. So that probably made that fight a bit harder than it normally is. But it's fine, we still got through it. So we have the ruins, we can't do anything here. Oh, interest. Oh, the Boar's Ruin was back here. Oh, that's not the ruin. That's not the ruin I thought it would leave us at. So I guess in that case I should look for the Vulcan Forest. I want the south entrance. So let's spawn near the cave. So maybe this is a way to finally backtrack. I forgot that was the Boar Ruin. So the Boar Ruin we went to quite a while ago. That was before we crossed the bridge. And hey, look at that, the herbs have restored themselves, so I'll take the free stat bonus. Art attack +2, sure, whatever, as long as we get the health. So I think we're not going to purposely get into any more combat, so I'm going to switch over to snack prep. And we were already in here before, so I'm pretty sure we have the point of interest detection. So we'll just focus on building up grade. So even though that boss fight was a little rough, the fact that they'll just make a snack will make up how much grade we probably would have earned. You know what, since we're here, let's actually use a holy bottle. This should cause them to not spawn as often. So I think we just want to go to the northern path first. And again, they'll be doing snack prep this whole time. Actually, I just want to make sure one other thing, that Edna is also on snack duty. She is not. So let's put her back on snack duty. Again, we're going to be generating that grade, chat. We're going to dump like 1,000-ish plus grade into whatever the final area is, and that will save us so much time and effort. It'll feel good. Technically, there's another Lord of the Land that I technically like to level, but that's just because I like that Lord of the Land, and that is a cameo character that shows up also in Zestiria. So it's nice that that character shows up again here. Well, technically it showed up here first. So we got more peach gels, we get more defense ups, which I would very much appreciate if Rose had more defense so she stops exploding. Oh, that's right, there were the little rocks blocking our way. So I'll destroy those, just so in case we have to walk back through this way, we can fast travel there. So let's continue on to the south. So our basic goal is to wrap up, I think, with all the side exploration. So we've gone back and fought all the bosses again. So I think at this point, it will just leave us for plot for next weekend. And hopefully we'll get a continuation of the cathedral scene. Because we have not seen the end of our total nonsense moment of this game. Oh, there's a save point here. That's interesting. Could I not reach it before or something? Because I don't remember seeing this on the list earlier when I was checking for save points. But hey, I unlocked a shortcut. And technically I could walk around there and unlock another shortcut. I don't feel like it though. Well, I'm pretty sure we would have already seen this tutorial. I'm pretty sure that's a new tutorial. Or a tutorial we've already seen. I don't see why we wouldn't have been able to get here before, so I'm pretty sure we went here before, because this save point's already lit up. So I'm just assuming we count it. We already got it. Another holy bottle. Love's giving us holy bottles for some reason. Oh yeah, we're not done. Like, we completely wrecked this kingdom.
Just follow the recipe. Should be fine.
But we are so far away from concluding that story. Well, I guess we could try fighting this bat. I mean, again, we've been leveling up quite a bit due to the other monsters, so instead of being just at like level 20-ish, I think is where we first came here, we're now level 31. So I'm hoping the difference in our stats helps us through. So our defense is not all that good, but our attack power is up there.
I shall
Oh yeah, see, this thing has like no health. So it's weak to fire and wind. So I'm gonna summon fire.
Man, that bat looks bossy. Ready?
Whatever.
Looks like they shoot distorted sonic.
Oh, hold on, I forgot to see if we had a winged weakness. I don't really need Heavenly Torrent right now. Is there something else I could do here? No, we don't have any Wingeds here. I'm just seeing if we... Oh, it's up here. So if I just do three neutral attacks, I should get it.
I got you! Ready? No escape!
There we go. I turned it into a power hit combo.
I'll give my all!
Oh, he just super armored through it. What a jerk.
It won't end here! It won't end here!
It won't end here, chat.
Lightning strike!
Mind Flayer!
Okay, I mean, we're seemingly able to resist its attacks, which is a good sign.
Focus! Ready? It won't end here! It won't end here! May your knowledge speak for you! This isn't over! Mind Flayer won't move you! You all right, Nico? Miss Alma! Brilliant Crescent! Healing powers! Burn! Burn and charge!
Okay, I'm gonna buy Mikleo some time with this spell.
Dancing Flames! Crown Fire! Dancing Flames! Crown! Dancing Flames! Crown Fire! As your Blade of Fire!
You can't just swing your sword around and win.
Crown Fire, chat. Crown Fire is nasty. Is that spell not just so abusable if you actually play as Lila? You can see where I started switching over to Lila roughly in the game, where I'm like, this spell is so dumb. It just stops. It just works on every boss, as long as it doesn't super armor through it, which it generally doesn't. So if the boss is trying to do anything, it casts pretty quickly, and it juggles the boss, so I could get into melee range. So that's good. So everybody leveled off of this. We learned a new art. We're getting more life ups. We're getting title proficiencies. So we just did a whole bunch of grinding, essentially. So we took a kind of okay title, and now we're getting 8% attack from it, so that's good. Mikleo is getting both art attack up and regular attack up, which is good, because that's what he focuses on. Lila's art attack damage is going up. Dezel is about to learn Hellgate, which is a extremely good wind spell, and I will be very sad later in the game when enemies can use that. It will be a not fun time with the mechanic of enemy instant cast. So for now, let's continue this way, since apparently this goes back to the Boar's Ruin. Now, does this unlock our ability to go all the way back, now that we have a new exit? So this has been a long time since we've been here, chat. I'm just curious if this lets us go all the way back to, Lady Lake, for example. Yeah, remember these rocks, chat? They're getting out of our way now. So let's see, if I touch the save point, are we allowed to travel? No, we're still not allowed to leave here. Why is that? Because this should... Oh, maybe because the bridge is down. It's fine, we'll destroy our way out of here. We don't need the game's permission to do anything. I'm trying to think, was there anywhere else that we had to go? Actually, I want to make sure that we got this. So I'm going to briefly equip the points of interest detection. Okay, so we've gotten that before. Waistcoat, not that useful. Let's see what happens if we leave this particular area. So maybe we can't go back to Lady Lake yet. Oh, that's a shame. There's a chest here that would have been nice to pick up at this point, but we'll take the herb. Consolation Pleuris. So more attack up for Rose. So her damage is slowly scaling upwards, which is good. So, at minimum, we should be able to go back to the City of the Great Tree. I mean, that's kind of nice to unlock other places. Oh, plus there was that one tough monster to fight. That was one of the early ones we would have seen. Oh, it's a Mimic! So, hey, Kirk. Yep, apparently we're getting mimicked right now.
Oh, First Tiger Blade! No escape! How's this? Ready? Let's keep it up! Who's rough? Don't just charge in there! Here's the sky! Arrow Wall! Here it comes!
Go on!
Open the floodgates! Trigger attack! Bubble arrow!
My divine strength!
Open the floodgates! Bubble arrow! Open the floodgates! Bubble arrow!
Oh, it overwrote one of my... Wait, it got rid of all my skill... Wait. I've set these before. I've been doing Arrow Squall. What?
Here's the skies! Arrow Squall!
I like Arrow Squall because it lets me kind of reorient myself. Aww. Combo dropped. A little outside my control.
Shatter to lose! Break on through!
We won't lose to you!
So that was worth a lot of money. So I guess if we wanted to get a large combo on them, they're kind of like bosses we could come across randomly. Does every game I play feature a great tree? Pretty much. It's a big JRPG thing. Oh, another one? Oh, okay. I mean, fortunately, this doesn't seem to do a lot of damage, so I guess I could practice my combo on him.
Lord of Water! Don't just run in there. Here goes! Open the floodgates! Bubble arrow!
I was trying to continue the combo, but unfortunately the camera was kind of denying me how close I was. I couldn't see exactly where I was.
Bubble arrow! Here's the skies! Arrow Squall!
There we go.
Lightning strike! Shining mirror! You can't be finished yet!
Alright, I'm gonna split apart and get some meter. Oh, game. Game. There we go.
This isn't over! May your knowledge be from you! This isn't over!
Well, that's a wrap.
I mean, we're getting a decent amount of experience. Honestly, that fight there is worth more than the random encounters. There are so many giant rocks on our way, Chad, but we're gonna get rid of them. Now the question was there a giant rock in the northeast? I feel like there might have been. Yeah, there we go. Had a feeling. So if nothing else, we could destroy that rock so we could continue. Oh, it wasn't another mimic. We were on a roll for a while there, chat. And again, the more things that we fight here, the more snacks we get. They're not really worth a lot of grade, but I think the experience is probably worth it, because that saved us a lot of fighting. So we'll have to go back and try to do that. So I think the first time you're in an area, it will always be an item, but I think due to the treasure recovery, I guess that's a side effect, is it can randomly regenerate mimics.
You used to live on this mountain, Edna?
Yeah, it's a nest for man-eating monsters nowadays, though.
You didn't have to say that much.
It's just a fact. Even he doesn't recognize me anymore.
Wait, there's a plot point up here? What? Oh no, is this the really awkward scene? Oh no, I'm not mentally ready for the awkward scene. I don't think I want to see this quite yet. Is it actually giving us free reign as to which dungeon to do first? I don't remember that being a thing. So what happens if I come over here? Now I'm concerned and confused. I don't remember being able to come this way before. So we're not allowed to progress because of the cutscene here. I thought the bridge was destroyed. Oh no, chat. Oh, this cutscene is so awkward. Okay, I'm gonna just try to save. I don't know if this will lock us into a certain path or not. So we could see that there's a certain character just waiting on the bridge.
Looks better than ever, but that just means...
Alicia!
Saray, what are you doing here? And the others?
Of course.
Shame you can't see us, though.
Isn't that natural?
Hey! Rose, wasn't it? You were with the Sparrow Feathers who came to the palace.
Nice to finally meet you in person, Princess Alicia.
Just Alicia will do.
Rose is helping me out big time.
As Squire?
Don't worry, she's doing a great job.
I see. I'm sure it helps that you've grown into your power, but still, Rose must be incredibly special.
Oh, so awkward.
That's the nicest thing I've ever heard.
Well, you and Saray are so alike.
That's not the nicest thing I've ever heard.
Very true. My apologies.
Hey, what are you apologizing for?
Saray, I'm glad you three are getting along, but we came here on a mission.
Oh, right. There's something I want to ask you, Alicia.
Shrines of Trials.
Ring a bell?
I'm not sure if it's what you're looking for, but just the other day we received word of a ruin discovered at Lake Haven Heights.
No!
It's a military secret, so I don't know the exact location, but the entrance is supposedly extremely well hidden. Lady Maltran has just gone off to investigate.
Maltran?
The discovery came about while apprehending a group of thieves. They turned out to have several famous swords in their possession. The military decided that further investigation might turn up something useful to them.
Something useful for the war?
Yes.
Lady Alicia! The captain is awaiting your report!
Apologies, I'll be right there. Sorry, but I've got a job to do. Please come back to Lady Lake again sometime. I shall pray that you overcome your trials safely.
Thanks. See you again.
Okay, I did not recall. Oh no, it locked us in. Okay. Okay, chat. I have a lot I want to talk about, but it looks like because I went north first and didn't go to the Earthen Temple, that we're gonna have to do the water dungeon first. Oh boy. This is easily one of the worst dungeons I have ever experienced in any game. You can name it. I guarantee you, I feel like this one was worse. So, because that is its own mental headache, I think we'll pause for now. And we'll have next weekend just dedicated to try to get through that water temple that we're coming up to. So that's just kind of unfortunate on many levels, but it is what it is. So with that, I think it's safe to say that we've hit a point where we can probably take a break, because I have to prepare myself mentally for the water temple. And why don't we talk about all that's transpired today? Because we saw just a snippet of the cathedral scene, and unfortunately I forgot there were more dungeons in between. We don't get to see the continuation of it on this particular stream. But let me just close the game out. There we go. So, yeah, we've basically assassinated the second in command within the other kingdom. We've now allowed for basically a fake shepherd to also exist, and we're also okay with the Pope peddling fake elixirs, and the church is now doing this. So we are just really not great heroes in general. We decided not to tell the kids to stop earlier, outside of that one story cutscene where we told them to stop, so they're dead now. All but 2 of them are dead. Our track record's looking pretty bad. Like, we tried purifying the other day the one little girl with the dog in Lassen Bell, and they both died. So we are just like basically like 2 in 10 or something. Like we are really bad at purifying people successfully. And now we have like this really awkward scene where I feel like when we get to the bridge and you come across Alicia with Rose, it just feels so bad. It just doesn't feel right. I mean, like, they completely dropped the fact that she was under investigation by the royals. They don't even bring it up on the bridge scene. We don't explain to her where we were. We don't offer an apology. We don't do anything. And instead in this case, we saw Alicia and Rose in the same costume greeting each other formally for the first time. And the game doesn't ever really go back to the first part ever again. All those plot points with the Royals chat, the game just forgets about it. It's not going to come up again. Like, remember that whole dramatic scene where it was showing, like, all the big bads around the table, and it introduced them one by one? We saw, like, the Archbishop was there. We're not going to see them again. The game has forgotten about them. Apparently, it also forgot she was just under investigation, and she's on her own. So I don't really know what she's doing at this point in the game. Yeah, so we'll get an opportunity to get her into the party one more time before the game ends. A bit later on, we're getting a little bit on Lady Maltran. So she's now doing something to the infamous water temple, and that is going to be a whole nightmare. Just navigating that, and ooh. So I think what I'm going to do for the chat is for next weekend, I'm going to set up a timer because I want to know how long it's going to take to go through this really dumb water temple. So I'm going to try to show you just how bad this water temple is in terms of puzzles. It is one of the worst implemented designs of this particular puzzle, and even puzzles in general, it's really bad. So we've already seen that the camera has been fighting us in almost every single dungeon. So they're now going to decide that we should have a camera-based puzzle, that we have to clear this, and every time we fail, we're going to end up all the way back at the beginning of the dungeon. It's just phenomenally terrible. When I first played this game, I definitely thought I was going to rage quit on this dungeon, because I was just like, if it sends me back to the beginning of the dungeon one more time, I said I'm seriously going to turn the game off, because I'm just getting so tired of how many times I have to backtrack through these rooms over and over and over again. And unfortunately, this particular dungeon is going to be relying on Miklio's stealth ability. And the big problem with that, as you saw before, is it doesn't really last very long. And it's a little vague as to the exact time it will pop. So it starts to darken, but then it just like stops. Like it doesn't go pure black or something like that. So the timer is still a little bit of guesswork, and I feel like it's also really picky as to when you can use it. It gives you so little leeway in order to complete the puzzle. Like, it's to the point where my foot will basically be like Mega Manning off of a particular line just in order to be able to take enough steps to reach another door without being caught. So this is going to be kind of annoying. So I expect this to probably take upwards of an hour and a half for a not actually very long dungeon. If we're really lucky, I will not have that happen to me over and over and over again, because there's one door that I swear I had failed that door so many times I was convinced there was a different way to go there, and then I realized, no, you just have to be pixel perfect, hugging the wall, and you will just barely reach it kinds of levels of precision. And it was like, oh, I just failed this 8 times in a row, and only on the 9th time did I get through. Okay, game. So we have that to look forward to. I guess we'll also check out Lady Lake. Unfortunately, we still haven't gotten access to the key. I might even just double check where we get the gold key in order to make some progress there. I'm trying to think if there's anything else we could really do as we go through this region. So there's still a powerful enemy right outside of the Great Tree City. And then outside of Lady Lake itself, there was that wolf in the northwest, which is also roughly where we have to go anyway. So we might be able to get more health to kind of help us through the rest of the game. So yeah, chat, look forward to the struggle, because I expect this to be super rough. I will try not to spoil the layout of the dungeon, because I want to experience with you a genuine reaction of whatever it is that's about to happen as we go through it. So hopefully as we clear out these dungeons and we get closer to the Wind Dungeon, we will see the completion of the cathedral scene. So we were teased with the appearance of one of the primary antagonists of this game, but until she does something, we're not going to see the truly ridiculous scene. I mean, it's already pretty ridiculous we killed the second in command, and I guess everybody's just okay with it and nobody questions it. That in itself is pretty ridiculous, but there's another scene, unfortunately, chat, that they decided made sense. And we'll get to see that, I think, maybe not next weekend, but maybe the weekend after. If it's after 2 dungeons, we'll see. So I'm not going to make any promises for that portion. But there you go, chat. We are choosing to investigate, aka kill everything we come across, and somehow we're not building malevolence because reasons. Just shrug, chat. I don't know what I don't know what the internal logic is for that, because it just frankly doesn't make that much sense. So next weekend we'll be doing probably the Water Temple. We might clean up another dungeon, and then probably the Earth Dungeon, in that order. And if it goes smoothly, we might be able to see some pretty silly scenes at one point after the Earth Dungeon, but we'll see. So I'd just like to thank you all for joining, and hopefully you have a good day or a good night, depending on the time zone.